The beast is back. On the system that keeps pounding out the hits. Super NES. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. It's even tougher than the original.
Johnsonville Sizzling Sausage Grill Plus. Now you can have 14 perfectly cooked, crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, mouth-watering sausage links with the press of a button. The all-new internal temperature control system reads the interchangeable plate heat so the sausage is cooked evenly and effortlessly each and every time. No more smelly, smoky mornings and no more inedible over or undercooked meat. Just perfect sausage, grilled the Johnsonville way. And it's so easy. Place your sausage on the grill plate, close the lid, press the button, and you're sizzling. And with the interchangeable plates, you get the best of both worlds. Links or patties, all in just under 8 minutes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Donna, Glamourella Modeling Agency got the pictures I sent in. They want me to audition. My dream is finally coming true.
I thought your dream was to be the world's first flying lady scientist.
No, Donna, that was a dream I had, not my dream.
You're a weird little girl.
Yeah. If I become a model, I wouldn't have to work or study or think ever again.
That's great. I mean, what's thoughts on for anyone anyway?
This LG OLED Evo TV. Nice.
Best Buy installed it. Over 8.3 million self-lit pixels. I take football very seriously, so I needed a serious TV.
Gotta take it serious.
What if you made more of every moment with an LG OLED TV from Best Buy?
I smell the oil of the Mach 5's engine. I started it. But how am I going to drive without seeing the road? I recognize the sound of that car. It can only belong to Racer X, and that must mean that he's come back into the race. Well, so have I. Here goes.
Not really. Still 2.6 million people are under right now high wind warning, so it's a lot of folks. And the wind will be continuing to just be very gusty throughout the day today because of, you mentioned, that tight pressure gradient that we have in place. And so the wind right out of the south, and it's interesting when you look at the direction that it's coming from. You might be thinking to yourself, ooh, it's from the south, it's going to be warmer, and yeah, so. It's not really as beneficial as we would like it to be. But really the takeaway is that this is going to be causing some issues, especially in terms of travel. I think that for today, it's just going to be hard to keep your hands on the wheel, and you're driving 10 and 2, trying to go down maybe I-90 or a few other highways and interstates in the area. But also if you're trying to fly into or out of the region, and that's before all the snow really gets going. So the snow is really going to push its way on through tonight, and it's going to be a widespread blast of snow from Michigan all the way over to New England. We will see several inches of snow in a short period of time. Then you couple that with the strong wind, that will lead to very quickly whiteout conditions and dangerous travel, especially come tomorrow morning.
Yeah, especially in the darkness. The hope is that maybe when we do see a lot of the squalls play out overnight, tonight into tomorrow, maybe less people are on the road. But we do get into a period even tomorrow morning that we have to talk about.
Okay, so Doritos has asked fans to make their Super Bowl commercials. So we are asking Super Bowl experts which they like best, okay? Let's watch.
Oh, my. Oh. This is next level.
Italy at the ever-popular Spanish Steps. These were built in a Roman Baroque style in the 1720s and are so named for the nearby Spanish embassy to the Vatican. But believe me, nobody here cares about that. For tourists around the world, this is the place to sit down. We've been running all over Rome. We need a breather. Are you guys, brothers? Fratelli, see? Oh. They all... Who needs a sister? I think I found where the locals go.
I spent 2 years here, 52 episodes, 21 countries, and this time really represented a big sea change in my career because people began to follow what I did. They would come to these places and do what I did, and that was totally unexpected. I just thought I was entertainment. Heck, I didn't even have the Travel Channel for the first 5
of our cooking liquid here to cook our rice in. This is liquid gold. All right, so let's drain our peas. So as you notice here, we're like saving all this liquid. There's a ton of flavor in this, but you can make soups, all kinds of things with this. So I don't want to throw that away. Now we are going to turn our attention to some salt pork. This was a key ingredient in Miss Maggott's Hoppin' John. She took the salt pork and she rinsed it thoroughly. These pieces often come with a lot of salt crusted on the outside. And you want to remove as much of that as possible. And then we're going to cut it into 3/4 inch pieces. Once you rinse this, it's super important that you dry it well with paper towels. All right, so we're going to throw a 1/4 cup of lard into our saucepan and put it over medium heat. So we're going to throw a lid on this and we're going to cook this until it's nice and rendered out. That takes about 10 or 12 minutes. So we'll give it a stir on occasion.
Okay.
Our ham hock has cooled down a little bit, and so now we can chop it up. And I got to be honest, this is, of the many things I love about this dish, adding ham hock meat back into it is probably my favorite. Now we're looking to cut this into about 1/2 inch pieces. You know, about 3/4 cup all day. So that's about 3/4 cup right there. Our salt pork has been sizzling away here. You can hear it sputtering, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's been cooking away for about 12 minutes over medium heat. So
Future's so bright, you'll need to wear shades.
All right, our last candidate is Kim Parker, but she doesn't seem to be here.
Meet Kimberly Ann Parker. Humanitarian. Scholar. And fashion trendsetter.
Vote for me because I care about our future, the rainforest, and our children.
On election day, show how much you care. Vote Kim Parker.
Treat your taste buds to a little ooh la la Fiesta luxury dairy ice cream. Smooth, rich, and wickedly delicious. Fiesta, all that's nice on ice.
In October 1517, Leonardo received a visit from an acquaintance he'd met in Rome, Cardinal Luigi d'Aragona. During a tour of his studio, Leonardo proudly shared his manuscripts, which the Cardinal's assistant described as an infinity of volumes, as well as several unfinished paintings that he'd carried with him from Rome. They included a mysterious and sensual likeness of St. John the Baptist, and his depiction of the Virgin and Child with St. Anne. Leonardo also showed them a portrait of Lisa del Giocondo, the wife of a well-to-do Florentine silk merchant, which he had been commissioned to paint 14 years earlier. At the time, she had been 24 years old and was the mother of 5 children.
You took it there with Issa Rae. Like, so tell me, what's the secret to a perfect impression?
You know, I don't know. I
just have fun with it. I think I always overdo anybody. You know what I mean? It's just about overdoing them, and whatever that quality is that people love most about them, you just go in on. But it's all in good fun.
Yeah. Now, okay, so, because you always have these impressions, are you working on anybody new?
Yeah.
Hey, family.
Oh, wait a minute, did you just do me? Well, you gotta do me.
I don't have enough up here. Hey, family.
You got my hey, family. I'm not as seductive as you, girl, because I start doing hey, family, be laughing. I can't even say. You look so good doing it. Thank you.
My God.
Okay, one of these things, I've got to congratulate you because I went and saw One of Them Days. Girl, when I tell you, and I love your mama because Sharon texted me. She was like, did you go see the movie yet? I said, I'm on my way. It was so good. It topped the box office. Like, it broke records on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, my God.
Kiki, how does that feel?
Honestly, it really is. I've been doing it for so long.
I saw your replicator.
I've been scratching my head lately, and no, it's not because of dandruff. It's because some people do things that leave me utterly confused. If only someone would invent a shampoo that stopped other people from getting terrible ideas.
Get set for Do I Have That Right? Where I try to make sense of your nonsense.
Your buddy asked you to throw him a retirement party, and this is what you thought he meant? Do I have that right? Your sister decided to save a few bucks buying used garbage bags on the internet. Is that what you're telling me?
Sneeze your brains out.
Remember, always front to back, front to back.
Is that dog ears or people ears? Man, you asking.
By punching one out on a kickoff return. That, and they turn it into points on the other end. Jalen Hurts throws near the pylon for A.J. Brown, and the big-bodied receiver hauls it in. They take a 27-15 lead into the break. Then it just gets ugly. Hurts with a designed run goes untouched to the end zone. He has 3 rushing scores on the day, 1 here and 2 pushes. Eagles rout the Commanders 55-23 en route to their second Super Bowl in 3 years.
Hungry, hungry in a lot of ways, not just for money, not just for fame, but he was hungry for experience, for getting out, for doing it, for seeing what was out there, seeing who he could be.
Better the eyes that look so mild, hurroo, hurroo.
He was like a sponge in a way, like pick up people's mannerisms, accents.
Your eyes shone so mild when you first my heart beguiled. Why did you run from me in the child?
I'd forgotten all about the Iron Range, where I grew up. I'd forgotten about it all. It didn't even enter my mind.
John Henry, when he was a baby, sitting down on his mammy's knee, picked up a hammer in his little right hand. That's gonna be the death of me. Hammer'll be the death of me.
Woody Guthrie. He had a particular sound.
Buongiorno, I'm Lydia Bastianich, and teaching you about Italian food has always been my passion. Just like that, you got that right. It has always been about cooking together and building your confidence in the kitchen. For me, food is about gathering around the table to enjoy loved ones. Your family is going to love it. Share a delicious meal and make memories. Tutti a tavola a mangiare. Lydia's Kitchen, meals and memories.
sandwich looks lonely, and that's sad. So let Jimmy John's fix that by adding free chips and a free drink. Turn an 8-inch sandwich or wrap into a combo for free after 2 p.m. Only at Jimmy John's.
Okay, I've almost made it. Ed here, and I'm your host for tonight's Cartoon Friday.
Anybody home?
Hey!
Wrong door.
I mean, everybody just needs to move. People always say, well, how do I get into a better shape? Move more.
Yes.
If you move more, you're going to be better.
Yes, the activity is always going to help you in every single way, especially when it comes just to getting outdoors. And as you know, the weather has changed, we're not moving as much, which means you can get stiff, you can get tight. It is so freezing, and we're feeling it this winter. So this is perfect timing as we're going into February, and this is our love month. We're going to love on ourselves. And I say, this is your self-care. And maybe you're coming out of the holidays finally and saying, you know what, it is time for me to move more. So this is a great way to start.
I'm at 400 strides.
Oh boy, it's sneaking up.
And I only have 3 minutes left. I think I'm going to more than shatter my goal of 500. This is very, very important. Everybody is looking to move more and be better in 25. We want you to thrive in 25, right?
Exactly.
Trajectory at maximum.
Come on, Clemmy! Pull! I told you not to call me Clemmy, huh? Man overboard! Mayday! Mayday!
This is no time to go swimming, sweet Chuck. Let's get out of here. That was close. I thought we had it.
The water's gaining on us!
What a time to be without a swimsuit.
It's no use. That mine just isn't here.
Scan the flow code now. Just open your camera, aim, and click the link to get exclusive content as a Dr. Phil fanatic. We can't wait to have you join our group.
Segment is a statement made by the mother-in-law.
Yes, Martha Levinson, played wonderfully by Shirley MacLaine, and she's the flamboyant American, very wealthy woman, and you can see all of that in this fantastic fox-trimmed coat that she wears at her arrival at Downton Abbey.
Well, how fascinating. Well, we have more from Dressing Downton, which we're going to have in our next program of Sewing with Nancy.
Where are we going? I don't know. I'm not exactly familiar with this particular Arabian village.
Stuff for sale! Bad, cheaply made stuff for sale! Hey, Americans, you like movies?
Hey, Ajo.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I've been smelling this for the last while. I'm excited. Tell me what all's in the pot.
In the pot is the palm butter with some tomatoes.
So I know palm oil is very important in West African cooking.
Yes.
It's like a beautiful red color.
Yes.
Is palm butter, palm nut, palm oil all from the same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
So usually when they're making palm oil, you cook the butter down like this, and then you scoop up the oils from the top as it's cooking.
Is it always made with oxtail, or can you make it with other things?
You can definitely make it with beef because you have to cook this for so long compared to something like goat meat or oxtail or something like that. A lot of
toughness, like you want to braise down.
Exactly. Growing up, oxtails in palm nut is something that my grandma would make for me at special occasions and things like that. So I'm glad to share my Togolese culture with everybody.
Good luck.
Thank you.
have the best shellfish in the world. I'm sorry, I'm biased, but we have the best shellfish in the world.
How's the lobster, gang?
Oh my gosh, so good.
The best way to have lobster.
And I'm about to have the tail, which you said
That's my
it's a
favorite.
little more flaky.
Yep.
Then
Much more tender.
oh my gosh,
Very good, huh?
totally different. Melts in your mouth.
And it's because of the hard work from the guys, my friends, that come out here day in and day out, 12 months a year.
When you enjoy an abundance of food, of beautiful places, and a rich history well documented and cared for, when you realize how you deeply benefit from people's passionate efforts, that is when we share a love of travel. And that's why Newport, Rhode Island is a place to love.
Now we just have to let them cool for about 3 hours. But first, I'm going to transfer them to a cooling rack.
I am really excited, Erin.
It's been 3 hours and we have the license to dive in. But first, more sugar.
Yep.
Okay. This is great. It lasts for about like a month at room temperature, wrapped in plastic wrap. And yeah, the fruit really kind of helps to keep the bread moist. It moistens over time.
It does.
If it lasts that long.
Wouldn't in my house.
No way. All right. So I'm just going to slice.
Oh, ho, ho. That's the smell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yes.
Over a gallon of capacity, so you don't have to keep running and filling, running and emptying. And then how many times does this happen? Do you see those pet messes? I want you to look closely right there in the corner. I'm going to put my foot here. We are including the Pro Pre-Treater. So as soon as there's Bam. urine, wine, and it's like laser focused. It's so fun. I'm telling you, the kids even love it. But to get a pre-treater that I can just maneuver around to the stains, and look, the worst of the worst. This can be wine, motor oil, those stains that keep coming back and can be cat urine. So then watch what's going to happen. Now I'm going to come back. It's been pre-treated. I'm in that max deep clean mode. 6x8 carpet.
Whoa.
I just did the whole thing in about 2 minutes. And then right here, it's a full 2-tank system, okay? So you're gonna get the clean formula here. You fill it with regular hot tap water. You add that patented Bissell formula. Now you have heat wave technology. It's gonna maintain the heat. That is the difference here. You have to have the hot water, and look at the gunk.
Thank you so much for doing the work to take care of our well-being, but also that work to help highlight others in the community. So it's so important. Well, I need to go pick up my child and just let this relaxation settle in for the rest of the day. So thank you so much.
You are welcome, sis. My pleasure.
Oh, so good to see you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming along to meet some of the people in this small but mighty community that inspired the creation of Hey Black Seattle. To support the work, visit heyblackseattle.com and register as a member. Allies can support the work by donating. And if you're doing work the community should hear about, create a profile. Hey, Black Seattle, I see you. Let's connect.
Okay, so we're going to add the butter. Now, we let this mix for 15 minutes without the butter earlier. But once the butter we add the butter, we want it just to blend and then turn it off. Now, if the butter starts to stick to the sides, you can scrape it down with the spatula. Turn your machine off.
The butter is stuck here. Oh.
Right, it's kind of slapping around. Help it a little in there. And what you can also do is add a few pinches of flour, and that will help also. A little more help, and then the machine is ready to work on its own.
It looks awful. You think, looking at it now, gosh, I've ruined it.
Exactly. Can you hear the slapping sound at this stage also, and you know that you're almost there.
That was a definite slapping there.
Here, feel the temperature of this dough. You can see it's still really cool after all that.
Yes, it is. It's surprising.
After all that mixing, and it's very important that it is left
Otherwise,
cool.
you said it will be turned oily.
Right, and you won't get the volume, and you won't get the structure. So we're going to transfer our brioche to a nice, clean, lightly oiled bowl. We're going to put this in a nice warm place and let it double in volume.
That's beautifully risen, though.
Yeah, doubled in bulk.
Yeah.
And now it's time for me to deflate it.
Smelling good.
If the golden door remained open.
Wide open and unguarded stand our gates, and through them presses a wild, motley throng. In street and alley, what strange tongues are these? Accents of menace, alien to our air. Voices that once the Tower of Babel knew. O liberty, white goddess, is it well to leave the gates unguarded?
The Statue of Liberty becomes for us an ongoing trope throughout the film. It's a visual and a kind of emotional symbol of who we think we might be and who some people are saying we aren't. And so throughout the film, until the very last image, the Statue of Liberty is there. It's meaningful.
It's almost a foundational part of our creed as much as the Declaration of Independence, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that we are a nation of immigrants, and we welcome people here from all over. And both of those ideas are great ideals and aspirations, and in reality, we have not lived up to them. And so what this film is exploring that tension.
Would you believe that eating chocolate gives me the same feeling as being in love? It's true, but don't tell my boyfriend. You see, lately I've been spending a lot of time with my latest obsession. New Double Dutch chocolate from General Foods International Coffees. An inspired blending of rich, luxurious chocolate and smooth coffee that satisfies my innermost cravings anytime I want it to. Sorry, Michael.
New Double Dutch chocolate, the incredibly chocolate coffee.
Looking for a reason to try the $5 meal deal with new McVallion? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
Which now smells like old tuna.
Oh, the last thing I remember is being chased by a boat. Normally I'd have no trouble getting away, but I've been so tired.
Well, why were we even swimming around out there? I thought mythical creatures were supposed to keep hidden.
Ask any unicorn.
Well, actually, it's forbidden to have contact with leg walkers, humans. I was going to ask you for help, but I got scared when she showed up.
Showman's brewing. Feel the electricity?
When everyone finds out, they're gonna want to get us out.
I'm coming for them. And I have decided to... You'll find out at Temple.
Deal or No Deal Island, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Hi. We're the First Street Neighborhood Association. We wanted to thank you for helping us yesterday.
Oh, that's okay. We like to help people. We're the good guys.
NBC presents a Sunday Bonanza. First at 7, 6 Central. Revisit the Ponderosa. See the best of the Old West. An NBC special, Back to Bonanza. Then at 9, 8 Central, The Legend Lives Again. A new generation of Cartwrights. The world premiere movie event of the year. Bonanza The Return. All starting at 7, 6 Central. NBC Sunday.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the showcase round, you guys. Good luck. George, Greg, can we see the first showcase, please?
You got it, Drew, Aubrey, and Abigail. You won't need 10,000 hours to master the prizes in this showcase because you'll be an expert in no time. And you can start by perfecting your swing with these golf clubs. This collection includes 10 clubs for him, 9 clubs for her, 2 golf bags, and 6 head covers. Next, unleash your inner chef as you expand your cooking skills in your new state-of-the-art kitchen. This Slate appliance collection features an over-the-range microwave with a turntable, a 30-inch freestanding electric range with a ceramic glass cooktop, an extra-large capacity dishwasher, and a French door refrigerator with an ice maker.
Hiya, speedy old boy. Mind if I wax out with you?
Burger King has a deal for all. $5 duo answers hunger's call. $7 trio, more options for y'all. Which one will you choose? At BK, have it your way. Ready to step into the light. Some people need to have somebody with the edge of surrender inside. Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm always ready, I won't let you out of my sight. I'll be ready, I'll be ready. Whenever you need, oh, don't you fear. I'll be ready, forever and always. I'm always here.
She was a member of a hit pop group formed by Sean Diddy Combs, and she's never spoken out about her time close to him until now.
What would you say to Diddy if you had the chance to talk to him?
Tomorrow morning, D. Woods speaks out to GMA.
2nd Street and Star Lake. Now, traffic was backed up for a while, and you can see it is still moving pretty slowly, but fire crews able to arrive pretty quickly. Right now, we are still waiting to see if anyone was hurt as a result of this incident. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Eric Thomas. Now, the first homicide of the year happened in Pioneer Square yesterday. This morning, there was another homicide in Ballard. SPD says a man was found on 14th Avenue just feet away from Baker Park, and that's where we find Cairo 7's own Jake Chapman with more. And Jake, several neighbors telling you that there have been issues at that park now for years.
Several people who live by Baker Park tell me there have been issues when it comes to drugs over the years, but this sort of violence is very rare. And the person who tells me he saw the victim lying right there in the middle of the path, well, this is the final straw.
I'm thinking to move away to sell the property.
Some who live near Baker Park in Ballard weren't holding back.
I have been here for 8 years, but I think it's time to move away, to find some safer place. I observed the body stay there.
Jason, who's lived next to the park for years, showed us where detectives found a person shot multiple times right in the middle of this pathway, marking the city's second homicide of 2025.
It's pretty dangerous.
Hills are alive with the sound of Hans screaming.
This is why God did not give us wings.
Started moving north, all the way up here to northern Washington by 50 million years ago, just in time for another collision, this time between North America and an oceanic plateau out in the water called Silesia. That collision, 50 million years ago,
created the magma of the Golden Horn batholith that came up right here. So this is an old versus young magma story, but the old magma was far traveled, the young magma is local, and they're both from major collisions with oceanic islands long ago.
The great big dog not to harm him. But the dog only laughed and said, "Always remember, do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Now be a good boy and go to sleep. And remember, don't tease the little dog anymore, because someday he'll be bigger than you. Bigger than me?
As big as me. You'll never be as big as me. You'll never, never be as big as me.
Say it's Mahomes and Kelsey. Chris Jones is there every step of the way this entire run. And then after the game, there he was again, crying. Chris Jones, stone cold. We see you. We appreciate you. What a fine player you are. Maybe the most underrated Chief of this era, Chris Jones, a dominant defensive player who made his presence felt and got quite emotional during the whole deal.
Most accessible tiers in the NFL. That's what Chris Jones takes away from the weekend as well, from the postseason. My game ball goes to a rookie on defense with Philadelphia Eagles in Quinyon Mitchell. Last week on this show, I did a top 5 Jaden Daniels plays, and frankly, it could have been top 5 Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. Look at what Quinyon Mitchell did against Terry McLaurin. 4 times only he was targeted on 36 routes ran by the star Commanders wide receiver. He had 1 catch, good for 7 yards, and one of those balls was picked off in the end zone by Quinyon Mitchell.
The Kraken inside of Climate Pledge Arena getting set to welcome in the Buffalo Sabres. Shoots, knocked down in front. Rebound. Hayden scores. John Hayden, his first goal of the season. 2-on-1 for Buffalo. Paterka down the right side across. Clifton settles, shoots. Turned aside by Joey Lecard. McCann to right in the slot. Alexiak scores. Jamie Alexiak gives the Kraken the lead back.
First and only appearance this season by the best team in the NHL, the Washington Capitals. A breakaway. Andrew Mangiapane walks in and stopped by Joey Lecard, fully stretched out. A dandy by 35. The big kids are here too. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Seattle Kraken.
Stevenson, the trailer, Burakovsky. Bjorkstrand scores. Three-way passing.
Ready for action, ready for fun? Rock and rollers, here they come. Hit it, boys. They're making magic out of sight into mischief day and night. Cool as spies, romantic too.
Alvin!
They'll steal your heart when they play for you. It's Chipmunk Fever. Feel the heat.
Here we go!
Ride the wave and catch the beat with Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 24.
At the Home Depot, you can get up to 35% off select appliances. Samsung's washer-dryer combo and mega-capacity refrigerators are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Get up to 35% off select appliances like Samsung at the Home Depot.
Well, you can hear the chants right here. This is the moment when President Donald Trump walked into the Circuit Casino in Las Vegas, and you're looking at the president's first really campaign-style rally at the casino on Saturday, and he dropped another plan that you may remember got a lot of support while campaigning, getting rid of federal income tax on tips, a big concern for millions of folks who work in restaurants, bars, hotels, and cities like Vegas.
Any other worker who relies on tipped income, your tips will be 100% yours. Won't that be nice?
Home is a warm and fuzzy feeling. Experience the comfort of home wherever you go. With the familiar, long-lasting freshness and cuddly softness of Snuggle. Snuggle, the comfort of home.
What's Speed doing? We're over ice now, and he's liable to go into a bad skid. Now we'll give Speed a little surprise. The brake doesn't work.
The faces look in every direction, forward, backward, left and right, so they can help everyone without overlooking anyone. The world of Kannon is expressed in splendid detail. The composition of Buddhist statues can also enchant supplicants. The Mikairi Amida Buddha is so named because it is glancing backward.
Leavenworth is a wintry wonderland nearly half the year, so it's no wonder the city has a famous ski gem right in the heart of town. In the town of Leavenworth, skiers aren't afraid to take the leap.
The first thought is, this is kind of stupid, but it's going to be awesome.
It's in their blood, or better yet, in their town's history. Leavenworth is home to the only ski jump hill remaining on the West Coast. It's a testament to the love and pride of this sport in this wintry alpine town.
There were so many ski jumps back in the day. Leavenworth Winter Sports Club got started in the 20s for the reason of organizing and holding ski jumping competitions.
That original hill remained in operation through 1978.
Right. Now you keep all the money, you see? What's the next number?
6.
Number 6. Show us. Oh, Jenny, you have the first two numbers in the price of a car exactly right. You keep all $7 again. What's the next number, Jenny? Number 5. Open that door. Well, that'll cost you $3, but you're still in pretty good shape. You have $4 left. You have to have $1 to buy the car, so you can miss this by as much as 3, one way or the other. Now, what do you believe is the last number?
5.
Number 5. What is the last number? It's an 8. That'll cost you $3, and you win the car. You win that car. Oh, yes, Jenny got the car. Martha's got another hug. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jenny. Now, you give me that to buy the car. Now, pick the pink slip up right over there. Right over there. Yes. I think she's happy about that. We'll be back after this message.
Out and said this, that she had been a pretty wild young woman and had been sleeping.
Yeah, I was
around.
aware of her past, yeah, but she... People used to call her a crew groupie. And...
Crew groupie?
Yes.
The whole crew?
The whole crew. Yeah. And I looked past that. You know what I'm saying?
Are in a crew?
In our crew, there was 5. But, I mean,
Oh,
I
you
looked
mean
past
like
that, you know?
I didn't sleep with all 5 of them.
No, not all 5 of them.
That's your problem. You don't even even before I slept with your brothers. You don't stick up for me. I mean, they all talk stuff about me. You don't say nothing. You just sit there. You don't defend me.
I'm kind of glad I did
What
it.
would the defense be? I'm just. Okay, here's your brother Jay.
Dumb bitch. What are you going to say?
He took these people through the motions, and they should not have. And to me, that is a violation of these people's constitutional rights, for sure. For them to say that, citizens will be collateral damage is for us to say that the Constitution should be collateral damage. We cannot allow people's rights to be violated in this witch hunt for people who they say may be murderers or rapists or criminals. I don't know how you determine a criminal simply by looking at them, or somebody that's undocumented simply by looking at them, particularly in a place like Newark, New Jersey, where there's a high levels of diversity of people from different parts of the world here in the city of Newark. It's difficult to determine who's undocumented and who's not.
Sources tell ABC News that the raids that we saw in the Northeast last week were actually routine raids. They were not part of the Trump administration's enhanced ICE operations. What do you make of that assessment?
Well, I don't know. What I do know is that we got call from our community partners that a store in our city was.
It's where Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier, and where the X-43 scramjet took jet power to nearly 10 times the speed of sound. Now, Edwards Air Force Base on Modern Marvels.
Half a cup, a couple tablespoons of softened butter, and we're going to mash. This will take like a couple of minutes. You really want to get it fully mashed. It also might look a little thin, not like your Thanksgiving mashed potatoes, because we're going to take these and eventually put them in the oven for quite a while. So this is just step one. Now, a couple eggs. By the way, this recipe, actually, I'm going to try it next Thanksgiving, because you can do most of it ahead of time. Let it sit in the fridge, and then just put it in the oven to finish. With garlic, a little oil, tablespoons, salt, and just a little bit of pepper. By the way, the house these two couples entertained me in, you walk in, there were cats everywhere. One of them actually was an exporter of children's toys, so there were toys everywhere. And it was extremely relaxing. They were great hosts. We sat around a big table for a couple hours. And it was just like being, well, I would say like being at home. And I had mashed potatoes in a very comfortable setting. Just lovely people.
Massengill, the only douche with Effectol. I use it.
Massengill with Effectol washes away odor in seconds for confidence that lasts.
I want you to have all the confidence in the world. Thanks, Mom.
Massengill, trusted by more women than any other brand.
Little Caesar's stuffed crazy crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. There was more time.
Pizza, pizza.
Hello, I'm Laura Theodore, the jazzy vegetarian. Welcome to Create. I'm thrilled to be part of Create TV, public television's best of how-to and lifestyle programming. Join me as I show you how to make healthy, earth-friendly dishes using no dairy, meat, eggs, or animal products.
Put some pizzazz in your meals with the Jazzy Vegetarian on Create. Why have you turned this plane?
We were told to head back.
By whom?
By me. What a waste. All right, keep that on there. If she moves,
Throw out the window.
Hey, you need help?
No, there's only one left. He's all mine.
No, you're wrong for the island. Whoa, turn around.
Are you kidding? Any port in a storm, buddy. Now hit the beach.
I knew we'd wind up on this island.
When you calm down, Bond, when it quits raining, we'll leave.
You fellas, over here.
Who's that, Fred?
You'll drown in this rain. Come on, I'll take you to shelter.
Thanks, pal. Lead on. Come on, Bond.
Oh, I got a feeling I'd rather drown.
Scams, lies, and rip-offs. The bad guys are never slowing down, but neither are we. In fact, we're growing.
Cairo 7 investigates, the biggest investigative team in Western Washington. And the biggest team means we're dedicating more resources.
You were our last resort. I should have made you my first resort.
More experience and more time to get you more results.
Because that's what it takes to have your back.
What can Cairo 7 investigate for you?
Next, Lily Tomlin and Ed Asner star in an all-new Holidays, The X-Files.
39 years ago Tuesday, the world watched as technological triumph turned to tragedy.
The best we can do is remember them as they live.
The Challenger disaster, Tuesday starting at 4 p.m. Eastern on Story Television.
But at least I have the joy of washing my captain's clothes. I must be the luckiest woman in the whole world.
And I must be the unluckiest man in the whole world. God bless me with the skills of a playboy, and just look at how they're going to waste.
You never were much of a playboy, so just shut up and scrub my dainties! Just pray that you'll become a man like my Captain Nemo.
How are you doing, John?
I am perfect. This will be finished very soon, and everything will be exactly as I planned.
I see. So it's something that flies, I guess?
That's right.
But how come I don't see a propeller on it?
With this one, air and fuel are burned inside the craft, which forces flame from the rear that makes it fly. The automatic valve is the key. But the output is still much too weak to carry a human being.
Didn't sign that on because it's not taught in school. They used to have that a long time ago, but they just took it down. I was struggling communicating with other people, but I was still like socialized with people that were still like nice to me and cool. But till I got to middle school, different, more like bully. I don't know why. Maybe I felt a little bit insecure, sad, depressed, or like there's something wrong with me.
Shaheem was a class clown. He was always dancing at school. Shaheem, he's always dancing on the corner. Shaheem gets on my nerves. He's always dancing in class. He wanted to connect. And he wasn't going to give up.
When I'm dancing, everything is blocked out. I just dance, feel free. It's like, don't care what people think, don't care who's watching.
Tennis career, but she was a bit of a trailblazer herself. Her record in tennis speaks for itself. She won Australian Open singles 5 times.
It's a really elegant trophy. It's tall and it's slender and it's got this beautiful waist on it. And when everyone looks at that trophy, their initial reaction is they're shocked at how beautiful it is. It can take your breath away when you're looking at it. You know, the processes that we engage to make a trophy like that are based in tradition themselves. The skills that we use are what we refer to as endangered skills. We spin metal. We hand form, we hand shape, we hand file, we use heat. We polish the metal using traditional polishing techniques to get that beautiful mirror finish that makes the Daphne so striking when you look at it.
It's all done by hand.
And there's a bit of skill in it, quite a bit of skill in it. And it's like the game at tennis, I think. It's a hard trophy to spin and a hard trophy to win.
Dora is now 3 months old. Her troop's usual morning hugging ritual is interrupted by some noisy neighbours. Intimidating territorial calls is no way for Dora to start the day. The cause of the ruckus? Brown howler monkeys living up to their name. Each monkey's enlarged throat acts like a megaphone, amplifying their howls up to 8 kilometers. Dora is just a few trees away, and the noise is unbearable. Though she has nothing to fear.
The turbojet revolution was the first of many revolutions at Muroc, each made possible or made necessary by its predecessor. After the turbojet revolution came the supersonic revolution. The rocket-powered Bell X-1 was the first in a long series of research airplanes designed to explore the unknown frontier beyond the speed of sound. There had been speculation about whether it was even possible for an airplane to break the so-called sound barrier. Some scientists warned that G-forces might become infinite at the speed of sound and destroy the aircraft. The rocket engine that would propel the X-1.
Because the bad guys out there are able to piece together these strip cut shreds. It's too easy to do. When you buy this, Terry, you're buying a best-in-class shredder that really gets the job done.
You don't have to worry. And like you said, it takes staples, it takes credit cards, it takes fake credit cards. It's going to take 100 sheets at once automatically and just absolutely pulverize it. You get to dump it and forget it and know that you're protecting yourself and your family.
If you want the black, it is the best seller still. So if you do want the classic black, it's a beauty. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
So very popular in the black. Obviously, Terry's been using Twilight Blue. I like the freshness of the white. It's nice and crisp and clean. The cherry's a nice pop of color.
I think it's really nice. If you have red in your office, that'll look nice in your office.
Don't be scared of color. And then we've got the beautiful blue mist, which is like a sea foam, which is so pleasing. Let's get all the junk mail and let's shred it. Let's get all the stuff we don't need anymore and let's shred it. And anything that has
peanuts, bubble wrap, or our favorite air-popped popcorn all work well. You want to put the most delicate items in the very center of the box. And now you're going to put 3 to 4 inches of packing material on all sides, top and bottom. And that's it. Now your friends and family can enjoy your cookies from far away.
We all take note of size, shape, and material when we choose cookware, but did you know that appearance matters too? You can make browned butter or sear food to create a fond in any skillet, but a light-colored skillet is ideal simply because you can see what's going on in there.
World's Dumbest Show-Offs presents That's Gonna Leave a Mark.
Oh.
That's Gonna Leave a Mark. Now to the Imperial Sand Dunes in California, where our number 12 dumbest show-off is taking his quad ATV for a ride.
Here it comes, coming up for the approach, over the hump. Yeah! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, God. So cool.
Where is this happening? Tatooine? R2!
No, he's going again. He's going to try and get higher. He's going to try and get higher. Here he comes. Yeah! Dude, it's definitely getting some distance, man.
Guys, do you think we should tell him with each jump he's drifting towards us? No? Just let him continue?
Oh, my God.
Oh, excuse me, guys.
Oh, my God. Dude, is he all right?
And a touchdown. It looks like Kelsey in his rookie season. Playoff Kelsey's back. What is it with this guy and the playoff?
This combination is legendary, and there's no end in sight.
Mahomes stepping up to line caught. Touchdown!
That is Hall of Fame stuff. My goodness.
Endo up to the starter because Tooney went to the tackle as a starter.
And you're right. I mean, the biggest thing is Oliver jumps off the ball. Did he cross the line and they called on Caliendo and makes it a third long? Nobody has ever been better on a third and super long, making you feel like he can get it done, especially in critical situations and critical games like Patrick Mahomes.
He's got a 3rd and 15. It's one of those occasions. Can he deliver again? Incomplete. Hollywood Brown was trying to make sure he got his feet in play and didn't hold on. Trying to go back shoulder on him. They're going to punt.
Wow. Mahomes did deliver again. That was an absolute perfect back shoulder. Brown actually lets his foot barely get out of bounds because he'd never had anybody ever make a throw like that in that situation. You could have kept your feet in and just stopped.
God, you're beautiful.
I am?
Yeah, but you're still here.
Oh, dessert. Okay.
Thanks, boss.
Hello, guy. Back for more?
Does she talk about me?
Sorry?
Does she mention me? Does the thought of what Steph and I had haunt you? You know, keep you up at night.
You mean the way you flame down? You mean, do we laugh every time we see a couple riding a horse on a beach? Oh, yeah.
Not that specific.
Every time we see an engagement ring, a whiskey bottle with a note in it, a mariachi band, horse stables, or sand. We laugh until we can't breathe. And then we make out. Hard.
Your name's Gail.
What?
You have a woman's name.
No. No, Gail like Gail.
Hi, I'm Carol Nelson, and it's nice to be back. Thursday at noon, we're going to look at health maintenance organizations. Not all HMOs are created equal. We're going to be looking at 2 different ones and find out if they really do help to cut healthcare costs. Also, don't forget, we'd like you to be part of our studio audience any weekday, Monday through Friday. If there is a group of you, though, we do ask that you call in advance. But we would like to see you right here in our studio at noon, and we'll look for you Thursday at 12 o'clock.
Against the bandits of America, Jim Crow wedged the windows wide open.
Black leaves on the Mississippi River. Black leaves in the Mississippi fire.
It was 150 years ago, and it was right now. The typical black family in this country has 1/10 the wealth of the typical white family. Black women die in childbirth at 4 times the rate of white women. And there is, of course, the shame of this land of the free, boasting the largest prison population on the planet, of which the descendants of the enslaved make up the largest share.
Because of what I call kind of the piercing of the veil.
You enjoying it. Look at you. Your body language is praising.
The country and the world saw something unfold in slow motion that they just couldn't imagine was the case.
Mama, I love you. I can't breathe. Mama, I can't breathe.
It provided an opportunity for white Americans and non-black Americans to say,
The Complete Cook's Country TV show cookbook includes every recipe, tasting, and testing from all 17 TV seasons. With over 650 recipes, it's our most comprehensive collection of Cook's Country TV recipes ever. The cost is $24.99, $15 off the cover price of $40. To order, head to our online shop at cookscountry.com/book.
I thought weight loss was all about willpower.
Turns out, I just needed more options.
The new Weight Watchers, with access to prescription weight loss medication, one-on-one dietitian support, and our clinically proven points program. Join now at WeightWatchers.com.
We're going to begin this hour, though, with President Trump's immigration crackdown with nearly 1,000 arrests just yesterday. Some deportations sparked an international security and trade fight playing out on social media. Colombia's president, Gustavo Petro, said he would not accept deportation flights involving U.S. military aircraft. Donald Trump responded by threatening a travel ban on top Colombian officials and a 25% tariff on Colombian goods. Petro then announced his own 25% tariffs on U.S. exports. But last night, the White House announced that Colombia had agreed to all of Donald Trump's terms, including accepting the deportation flights, and the tariffs for now will be put on hold. Colombia's foreign minister put out a statement confirming the two countries had overcome the impasse.
Maybe you should show her how important she is to you.
By seeing the movie she'd want me to see?
Sheldon, you can see this movie whenever you want. But you only have a limited number of days that you can be with this woman. Be with her.
You're right.
Great.
Where are you going?
I don't know, but hopefully somewhere I can wear pants.
I still, in my mind, go back to when I was lucky enough to receive a facial from the one and only Naomi Watts. Yes. That was the most fun segment I've never done. You got to lie down. And to feel like the product and like the finger, touching and just, that was heaven and bliss. Thank you so much for doing that. Do it again. I want to do it again. Your book is so amazing and it's so humorous. You write it to the reader in a very, I'm going to take your hand way, which, sometimes we can write as if we think it's not a good thing. It's great. It's like I have the hips of a Barbie and the core of Shamu. So it's like none of it makes any sense. I've never said it this way, but this book, I think, really helps you reframe it, which is like there's a health component. Yeah.
For one man, it is always 1942.
Lights in the salon. Let's black out down there.
And this man will ride the ghost of that ship every night for eternity. This is what is meant by paying the fiddler. This is the comeuppance awaiting every man when the ledger of his life is opened and examined. The tally made and then the reward or the penalty paid. And in the case of Karl Lancer, former Kapitan Leutnant, Navy of the Third Reich, this is the penalty. This is the justice meted out. This is Judgment Night in the Twilight Zone.
21, 21, 21, 2160. Oh my good word. Takes off switch. Opens his chest to the takeoff. How do you not spin early? How do you not scrub? How do you not just try and get it going a little early?
So talk us through
what's this?
The rotations, Craig.
Holds the edge almost to the end.
The technical prowess here, the 21 versus the 23. Walk us through that.
So essentially, 2160, 6 full times around, 2340, 6.5 full times around. Hiroto took off backside here, Taiga taking off cab or switch front side. So one less 180 than we saw from Hiroto, but I think it's a little bit tougher to have that high rotation going switch to switch.
Wow, a 94.66, so they slot him into second place. So they obviously have to appreciate that tech, but the 2340 just seems almost insurmountable.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
Yes, yes, yes.
No. Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
The car of your dreams awaits you at the toy store. Florida's largest collection of America's only true sports cars. Our special VIP vet investment program makes it possible for you to own the car of your dreams. Over 70 dreams to choose from at the toy store. 1040 Seminole Boulevard, Largo.
Hi, Lynn! Pay no attention to the furry guy with his hand up my back.
You're not supposed to move your lips.
What lips?
You have to talk with your mouth closed.
Oh, well, no problem.
This is MeTV Plus. Everything you love about MeTV.
Plus.
Plus. Plus. Plus. Plus more.
There's going to be a lot more.
Memorable entertainment television is always right here on MeTV
Plus.
Could you go home, please? And take these two theologians with you?
Look, you don't understand, sweetie. When a child's pet dies, she has to go through a grieving process before she can take on a new pet.
All right, you can read. We get it. What, isn't it a little morbid to make such a big deal out of this?
No, it's not morbid. It's reality.
Oh, come on. It's a hamster. Just leave her alone and she'll get over it.
You know what I think would be healthy for all the kids if we have sort of a formal goodbye ceremony for Pumpernickel?
Good idea, Deb.
Yeah, Ray can dig a hole in the backyard.
I'm not digging a hole.
Invited women to discover the truth about soap. Every woman washed mirrors. Some using soap, others Dove. Soap leaves soap scum behind every time you wash. You can't see it on your skin, but you can see it here. Dove is different. Its patented blend of cleansers and moisturizers leaves skin soft, smooth, and always soap scum free. Now you see, the truth is clear.
This is MeTV Plus.
I demand an explanation.
Everything you love about MeTV.
Plus?
Plus more.
The more the merrier.
Memorable entertainment television is always right here.
Where?
On MeTV
Plus.
Wow, that's wacky.
Poor things. Oh, I'll put something out for them. What on earth are they up to now?
Must be some sort of weird mating ritual. Woodpecker cider for the wildlife.
Aloha, whirl and a vertical climb, and once again you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. Starring that supersonic speedster, Rocket J. Squirrel, with his pal Bullwinkle the Moose, and a host of others.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Wave to the people!
Yay!
Let's see. John Smith.
But your name is Bullwinkle.
I know, but that's hard to spell.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Come on and join us.
Sure, there's always room for one more.
This eco bag has water-repellent fabric on the inside and outside and can carry up to 6 liters of water. It can be used by people living in evacuation shelters and when services have been cut off. It has a sturdy handle and can be carried over the shoulder, making it easier to use for women and the elderly.
これですと手が一応開くので、特に災害時は何があるか分からない中。
両手ができるだけ開いた方がいいですよね。
Next, we have some paper cups.
どこがフェーズフリーか。
お、わかりました。
お、
メモリが
そうですね。
書いてありますね。
A typical paper cup is just for drinking, but this one is designed with measuring lines such as milliliter, cc, and cup.
Buzzer is now on TikTok. Follow us at buzzer_TV and let's play.
Here we go again.
Wait, there's a red Hulk now?
Excuse me, what do I do about this?
We use Tide Oxy Boost.
It's a lifesaver.
The most powerful clean in any universe.
Looking good.
Thank you.
See Captain America, Brave New World.
Look at some really cute and stylish coats that you could think about adding.
Yay! So you have a few of your favorite trends today, and we're going to start first with probably which might be my favorite, statement coats. I'm seeing the leopard and falling in love.
Yep, and you know, some of these might be a little not warm enough for our weather right now, but then you can layer another coat on top.
Okay.
But a statement coat, bombers are back. So this is a fun kind of shiny navy bomber.
Yeah, where's that one from?
This one's from the Loft.
Oh, wow.
Super cute. I wore this the other day, got a ton of compliments on it because it's so unexpected with the navy blue.
Right,
So
and that could match with, I feel like, anything.
You could look great with black, so don't be afraid to pair your navies and blacks together.
Interesting.
But it looks great with jeans, too.
Okay, and what do we have here?
I mean, the leopard coat.
I mean.
This has more of kind of like a denim jacket style to it. It's a little bit more cropped. But you can find a coat like this in lots of other styles, in suede. I'm actually styling it here with just some black pants and a little black cami.
That looks so elevated too, because I would think, like you said, denim jacket style vibes you would have to go casual, but you're really showing that this could go with like an elegant date night out.
Date night outfit. You could wear it to the office with black.
Color looks good on you. You better steal the show. You better come on through. It's like one of these things is not like the other.
Vallier Split Cup Yogurt. Tip it, swirl it, love it.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix, and that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Go after them. I like a good race.
Vipers in the Viper Theater. Fighting Vipers, the ultimate fighting game, only on Sega Saturn.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
He plays a business tycoon who treats a young woman of questionable reputation to a Beverly Hills makeover. Okay, Ralph, I told you there's a taste test attached, so come on over here. Now, I told you we were playing our Snack Attack movie game, so I want you to taste test a very popular chocolate-covered ice cream bar. Now, for $50, have a taste, please. We've cut it up so that you can't tell which one it is. For $50, can you tell me which ice cream bar this is?
Dove bar?
No, it's not. I'm going to give you another chance. For $25, can you tell me, is it a Good Humor bar or a Klondike bar?
Klondike.
Well, let's see. It is the Klondike bar. There's $25. Good for you, Ralph. Okay, time for the round robin game. So, partners, come on up here.
Isodonors. Obsessed much? Hey, where are you going? I'm going to clean the stores and none of you support the...
Does this stunt ever go right? Okay, first of all, is a bear cat. That's not a real animal.
Hey, look at me! Coming through! Wire, 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 no! Let me off! Ow, ow, ow! Don't look at me right now, I'm embarrassed.
Look at that football stadium, it's empty. Nobody wants to see the Bearcat land.
You're risking your life for a team who went 2-6 last year.
It's okay. I'm all good.
He lands and then jumps back up to let everybody know, I'm okay. You're not okay. You're a mascot.
No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul.
I see the van is waiting. Let's go take all this stuff. Good job.
The kids and Cindy were more than happy to join in.
Oh, thank you. Let's go. So good job. Yes. Thank you so much.
And it made Tim very proud.
I think the kids have more pride in what they're doing. They have a better feeling about themselves.
They are proud of themselves, and it makes me feel proud to know that doing less is actually doing more for them. And it's actually giving me more time to enjoy their childhood.
Friday is the final day of January, and it's been a dry January. We're going to get that next shot at rain just in time for January to wrap up on our final day of January. But let's get through this cold first. This is what we're waking up to tomorrow morning. It's 20s, it's into the low 30s. It's everybody below freezing once again. For the most part, Friday Harbor, you'll stay a little bit warmer, 34 degrees expected to start your day tomorrow. An hourly breakdown of the day shows that we will wake up to those cold temperatures, but we'll get that nice sunshine once again into the afternoon. So sunny skies. Mid 40s are expected during the day. It will once again be a really nice day into the afternoon. These are our highs for the day, low to mid 40s, a few areas into the upper 40s. Kitsap Peninsula looking like we'll see those upper 40s, Shelton as well. A little bit warmer over along the coast as well, upper 40s into the low 50s. And we'll get above freezing for places like Stevens and Snoqualmie. That is not necessarily good news because that little bit of snow we have on the ground will melt during the day. It'll refreeze at night, and it will contribute to the already incredibly icy conditions over on the mountains. But good news, though, as we head into Friday, when we bring those rain chances back into the equation.
For once, I got some advice from my mom. It's time to switch from this to this. Garnier Micellar Water gently removes makeup without rinsing, leaves skin cleansed, feeling soothed and hydrated for 12 hours. I'm keeping this. By Garnier, naturally.
It's a charming tune.
I will never drink again. I'm Howie Mandel, the newest ambassador for Skechers. I went to the store to buy hands-free Skechers slip-ins, and I said I was an ambassador. The owner called me, and I said, yes, Skechers slip-ins.
plus M in a jar per pill peekaboo spaghetti. I'm the major purple peekaboo spaghetti elephant.
Alex Trebek explains it all for you on Classic Concentration. Today, starting at 1 on Buzzer.
An alleyway in Philadelphia and play the Tommy Morrison, Tommy Gunn deal. So I think you're going to be just fine. Rocky V doesn't get enough love. It's a good movie, I swear.
My ring's outside. No, it was really cool. And the coolest part of it, I'm not even being serious, is Bobby Stroop, who is Patrick Mahomes' trainer, personal trainer, licensed us through his management to use all this video of Mahomes working out, which is you don't really see much of. He's in his private gym doing all his workouts, and it didn't work out, of course, for the Bills, but it usually doesn't when you play Mahomes.
Kyle, I have to ask you, did you do push-ups before they cut the film out? I need to know.
Jack.
I didn't know. Did you walk in like that, or did you pump up?
Two things. Old soap opera trick. You do close grip push-ups right before they roll, and there's this thing that unfortunately has been in the headlines lately. There's a thing called baby oil, and you just rub it all over your arms, and you look like you're sweaty and all muscular, and it's just, maybe it's back, Peter. It was out for a while.
Never coming back.
Never coming back?
It's done.
Okay, yes.
I was going to say it, but I left it alone. I left it
My. Twice now I've melted into my chair in the first 2.5 minutes of the show. Guys, let's get to some football. Kyle, please do us the honors. Take us to the AFC side of Sunday.
And right now, the tide is at its highest. Despite their name, African black oyster catchers rarely eat oysters. Their main sources of food are the mussels and limpets that crowd the rocks below. But until the ocean retreats enough to reveal them, the birds will have to wait. The nesting parents, too, are biding their time. When the tide goes out, they'll have only a few hours in which to feed, before the waves come thundering again. The plethora of food available on the rocks owes its existence to a phenomenon that occurs below the waves.
I have to rinse out this skillet because, as you can see, there is some of that sugary goodness left behind there, and although it's delicious, it wouldn't be good on our sandwiches.
That's right.
So I'm going to rinse it off in the sink, and I'm also then going to wipe it off with a wad of paper towels just to make sure it's dry and just to also make sure nothing is left on the skillet.
Okay.
So now I'm going to heat this over medium heat, and I'm going to add a tablespoon more of butter. And like I mentioned earlier, you want to pick up the skillet and turn it all around just to make sure that it's coating the skillet really well. Time to put our sandwiches in, but what I'm going to do obviously first is top our little onions and patties with the cheese and the toast. All right, Julia, I'm going to cook these for 3 to 5 minutes right now on the first side, burger side down. And you want to go in there and move it every once in a while just to make sure they're getting evenly browned, not too dark in some certain spots.
Okay.
Now, with this stage, I am going to cover it, similar to the onions, so that it traps that steam in there. It's going to also help to soften the bread while it's browning in there. So again, 3 to 5 minutes over medium heat. Let's check them out. The suspense. Oh boy.
This is hopeless. Well, she's unpredictable and moves so fast. You know, it sort of reminded me of the drunken monkey style in Kung Fu.
Drunken monkey? I can relate to that, especially the monkey part.
More like the idiotic monkey.
Val, listen, a true master trains to have the instincts of a child. Okay, maybe you should take the rest of the day off.
All right, time to do some selling. That's going towards rent. Oh yeah, that's going towards girls' night. And that's going towards a new bag.
Every new listing by February 5th gets a chance to win a $50,000 prize pool. Terms and conditions apply.
You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, you know him as the macho dad from Who's the Boss.
You actually had a catastrophic injury.
I better be careful here. The pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life. Can I get some tissue? All new Oz.
Hey, Gordita fans, check out the Gordita Supreme. Seasoned ground beef, a blend of cheeses, cool sour cream, and freshly chopped tomatoes, all on warm, pillowy flatbread. Just 99 cents. We're making one for you right now. Hurry.
Can't these both go any faster?
Well, I promised Jody I'd come here and maybe do some modeling. We'd have a few laughs like back in Omaha. When I got here and found out she'd been killed, well, I've been pretty shaken up. I guess I just wanted to know how it happened.
I don't know how it happened.
But you were her roommate, her friend. How could she have gotten in all that trouble? I mean, the drugs and dying in an alley.
Well, I don't know anything about drugs or why she'd use them. We just shared this apartment. We were on completely different schedules. She was usually coming in as I was going out. We really didn't see each other that much.
Well, I guess that's why you don't remember Jody mentioning my name.
Yeah. Probably.
These girls had the perfect plan for Christmas. The weather machine is missing. Until it snowballed out of control.
The Los Angeles area is experiencing snow.
This Friday,
the important thing right now is to stop this storm.
Disney unwraps the ultimate Christmas present.
This is so out of control.
A Disney Channel original movie.
Send in the elves. Elves?
Do you have a problem with that? The ultimate Christmas present. This Friday at 7, 6 Central inside Zoog Weekends.
Chrissy, where'd you put the roses?
Over there.
Hey, Leo, any luck?
No. No, don't worry. Oh, I'll find something. You know, there are places that take people like me.
You don't mean an old age home?
Yeah. I can play checkers and learn to love oatmeal.
Hey, where are the girls?
Oh, they went to the movies.
Why didn't you go with them?
Oh, they asked me, but I was too tired.
Leo, you can't stay here. I got a girl coming any second.
Boy, can you operate. You send out the home team and bring in the visitors.
Going to be into the mid-40s, but only mid-40s. You can see on your pinpoint storm tracker, it's clear now. I expect that to be the case for the next few days. Just cold overnight. 45 in Bremerton, 48 in Port Angeles, 46 in Tacoma, and about 44 in Everett, 45 in Bellingham. Tomorrow it's the same idea. Cold in the morning, then sun. Cold in the morning, then sun on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we're going to see a few more clouds. And I do think we hold off on rain till Friday. And then Saturday night into Sunday, there could be some pockets of snow or even wet snow.
The people who make the movies, the little people we never hear of, and the great ones we call stars. This is Hollywood 1950, where a sordid love affair is playing itself out in a mansion upon Sunset Boulevard. It's a story of broken dreams and crazed ambitions, of a hard-up writer's fateful fling with the greatest star of all, Petula Clark in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Tony Award-winning Best Musical, Sunset Boulevard.
Part of the National City Broadway series, February 9th through 24th at the Palace Theater.
Try that again, and I'll cork your cupcake.
Goodness, this sure is a mean crowd. Greetings and salutations, raunchy space rustlers. I've recently received my Rocket Estates broker's license, and I've come to tell you about some of the best rockets in wet galoshes. They're just right to rustle, and they're heading this way. I knew it would work.
Holy space rustlers! A flock of space banditos are attacking Wendy, Rita, and Bucket Nose.
That hood, we're going to stitch 2 inches from the fold, start a curve down to about 4.5 inches, and that will form that nice rounded hood shape.
And we have to trim that away, but you could see how that's getting to be a nice shape of the hood. Then that plush, the microfiber plush that you saw earlier, Mary, you might want to show on your finished sample, but this is high contrast, cut about 1.5 inch width, stitch right sides together and wrap it around to the other side and stitch in the ditch, sewing and attaching it. Now if you have a little extra left on the underside,
right, easily trim it away.
Just trim it away. This is not going to ravel. So on the inside we have a raw edge of the towel, and with just a little shaping, you have 2 gifts from one towel. So another idea that's will make memories.
Close to seals in order to hunt them. They need to move quickly, but there's always 1 or 2 who find shaking off the big sleep more difficult. This small family is taking a break. The mother is feeding her cubs. She's exhausted.
Tuesday, Sonny Spoon follows the heat of the night and comes face to face with a killer.
I just introduced him to my best friend. I'm yours.
Like that.
Will she get sucked in by a psycho?
He's sweet.
This is crazy.
He's charming.
This is nuts.
I think I'm in love.
Konnichiwa.
See how Sonny Spoon walks it all out. Tuesday.
Kapitori.
I love it. Walk. Honoring generations of family tradition.
Smells like home.
I'm a Southern boy, so I like to fry it or grill it or smoke it.
Whoa, I like it. And sharing the heartwarming stories behind each memorable dish.
I actually brought my spätzle maker from home. It reminds me of holiday time.
This right here is what I lived for in my childhood. The smell of my grandma's kitchen.
All of your sauces and your pots and your pans, these are special moments.
There's 2 things that run through a Sicilian's blood: sauce and espresso. Hey!
This season, our home cooks have gathered in Nashville, Tennessee, from regions across the country.
Today it's comida casera, and that's just home cooking.
I love it.
It's about honoring your heritage and the people you love.
Seriously.
Your food is all part of that American story.
Beautiful.
But now there's Sky Rizzy, so you can be all in with clearer skin.
Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free. To be my skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything.
With Sky Rizzy, you can show up with 90% clearer skin.
We're back, and it's got the boost. Let's boost it. Okay, guys, there have been a lot of memorable big screen proposals, but who remembers this one from Adam Sandler's The Wedding Singer?
Miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control.
Oh. Wow. Don't you love that? Okay, well, it worked on the big screen. You don't love it? I mean, it's okay. It's cute. Okay.
It's not for you. It's rom-com.
Listen. Okay. Could it happen in real life? See what happened on this flight to Mexico with Sam and his girlfriend Lizzie to celebrate her birthday.
I bet that sounded great in person.
Yeah. You know, I know.
Decorator ceiling fans. Yes, and black is beautiful, isn't it? That little visitor from the Los Angeles SPCA is looking for a home, so if you'd like a nice little friend, you go over there and adopt that dog. And if you don't live out here, you go to a shelter near your home and adopt a dog. You'll love that. Now, Lucia, what do you bid on that fan? The dog doesn't go with it.
$400.
$400, Ralph. What's your bid?
$575.
$575, Melanie.
$435.
$435. How about it, Frederick?
$450.
$450. Actual retail price of that prize, $499. Winner of that prize, Frederick. Come up here, Frederick. Here he goes. He goes into his famous Frederick stomp. Well done. Now listen, Frederick. I have a whole passel of prizes for you right here.
A gas range, a wooden hall tree, new cookware, and a cartwheel table.
First, this colonial-inspired revolving cogwheel table, designed in antique pine and selected veneers, can be used in den or living room. Second is a gas range. A Sunray Deluxe 36-inch range top griddle, 4 surface burners, full black glass see-through oven door, wireless to reduce gas use from Sunray division of Caloric Corporation.
I will absolutely use those broths, those bones to make broth. Yeah. Ooh, I didn't get a spoon. See what you think. Oh, I think I like that. I like that one more than the original.
Really?
You tell me.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
I like that. Yeah, honestly. I mean, you can't go wrong with sriracha mayo. It really is.
Probably not. Probably not. All right, Hen, let's plate this one up, and we're going to be out of here. Let's bring this on the plate. Oh, that's perfect. Repeat. Okay, look at this. All right, Henry, you do it. Let me see how you garnish it up. No, just do it. There's no right or wrong. No, not that. Too hard. No, too fast. Too slow. Go ahead. Take your time. What? Sorry. My kids put up with a lot.
Every day of my life.
Yeah, and?
It tastes great, I gotta say. eat pretty good. It's worth it.
Who's there? Footprints. Someone's after my delicious chocolate cereal, Count Chocula.
He's after my delicious strawberry-flavored Frankenberry.
He wants my chocolate marshmallow.
He wants my strawberry-flavored marshmallows.
Look, aha, gotcha.
It's curtains for you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Shoo, you guys.
Enjoy a complete breakfast with Frankenberry.
Count Chocula.
Our first guest on the show is Guru Gary. Guru Gary. He's a guru. His name is Gary. He's from Gary, Indiana, and he's hairy. Guru Gary. What a pleasure to have a guru like Guru Gary on our show.
Oh.
Are you okay? It's been a while since you stretched like that, huh, Guru? Guru Gary, you're always so mindful and present, and you always have so much great information for us.
Got that, rookie. We have to do it. You think the Bills just going to try to get the ball back, but they wouldn't let them. First and goal, tied game, 4:27. Then the Bills D showed up. They had a sack. They kept knocking him back. Incredible sequence here for everybody up front for Buffalo. And they made a stand. They held him. You thought for sure it would be a touchdown. No. Butker comes in. He never misses playoff kicks. Is right down the middle. And that sets the stage for the biggest drive of Josh Allen's career. But we're going all the way to the 4th and 5. Need to have a play. Here comes the blitz. Just throw it. Throw it to anybody. He makes a perfect throw, and Kincaid drops it. Chiefs bring the pressure. Spagnuolo dials it up. Dalton Kincaid, who has great hands, is there for the miracle throw from Allen and can't bring it in. Can't bring it in. It would have gotten him already in field goal range, certainly a first down. Chiefs get a throw to Pacheco, a throw to Pirine, and they are going back. They win the AFC again. 32-29, another classic 4-0 in the playoffs against these Bills. Let's hear from Reed. Let's hear from Mahomes talking about Brady. And let's hear a very emotional, almost an ashen Josh Allen.
You think of all the ups and downs and arounds that you went through during the season.
Open. No lies, no secrets.
I thought about it for a couple of hours, and I said, okay, sure, but I come first. I get every holiday. She's not to be around the children.
I would still have both women in my life. What man would not want to have a wife and a girlfriend? Chrissy would basically be the mom and be the housemaker, and my girlfriend would be everything else. It'd be like having 2 different cars. You know, you have a car, a weekend car and a weekday car. So it wouldn't be like having 2 women, you know, full-fledged all the time. I'm not Hugh Hefner.
I think you might be in giraffe mode. Forever.
Forever? Forever?
Sorry.
What happened now?
Your creature power suit's gone. It just disappeared.
My power suit? Gone? You mean no more cheetah racing power, no more kangaroo jumping power, nothing?
Yeah, and no more deactivation module. So Martin's stuck in giraffe mode.
Forever?
Forever. Everything just keeps disappearing. It's like there's some kind of black hole. I mean, I never lose things. I'm not Martin.
Oh, that hurts. I'm already gonna spend the rest of my life with this freakishly long neck. At least you get one creature power. Me? I'm finished. Done. I'm thirsty. Oh, are you kidding me? That's what drinking's gonna be like now? Oh.
Join the celebration. Knuckleshoe Bingo is turning 40, and we're bringing you the ultimate bingo experience with a monthly Knuckleshoe Bingo Marathon. On the second Saturday of every month, join us at 6:40 p.m. for 20 thrilling regular bingo games, paying $1,199 each. Plus, don't miss out on 3 hot seat drawings for $500 cash and a free gift. Buy-in start at just $20 for a 9-on and $7 for extra 3-ons. Knuckleshoe Bingo in Auburn, your home for Machingo.
On October 20th, 1968, she grabbed headlines and attention the world over.
From Mrs. Onassis and the Kennedy family, as yet, no comment.
Cameras followed Jackie, her children, and soon-to-be husband, as close as possible to the millionaire's private island.
The bride-to-be can only be described here as charming, obviously happy, even despite the free-for-all of photographers, radiant.
The marriage, happening so suddenly, shocked the world. Aristotle was 23 years older than Jackie, but their union symbolized a sense of security, protection from the Kennedy curse.
They're all graded. They've already been sold at original issue price. This is my original issue price. Now they're in the secondary market. Now as people are starting to hunt, now the frenzy starts. Most collectors honestly don't even know that this coin exists. And it is on top of that, just from a privy mark standpoint, the fact that it's the first coin in the America series, the fact that it's extraordinarily difficult to get in Mint State 70, that's all really important. But let's not lose sight of the fact that it is the rarest Mint State American Silver Eagle in the entire series. The rarest, because the average Mint State American Silver Eagle of the last 10 years has got a mintage somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 million coins.
Okay.
They all sell for premiums because they're sold out in limited editions, but 25 million coins. Not 25 million, not 2.5 million, not a million, 500,000. Now we're down under 400. So I literally had thousands of coins graded. So as we started with these, I had only X number of these coins available in Mint State 70 because they're so difficult. I just talked about that. Because Philadelphia made them, they're crazy, incredibly difficult to get in Mint State 70. And for those of you that aren't aware, Mint State 70 means that it's a perfect coin. In coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single...
If the rider doesn't pop up on their own, you just put your arm around their waist and pop them up on your hip, okay?
Right.
You got that?
What do you know about saving lives?
Excuse me?
Your red trunks and your whistle won't help. That won't keep them alive. With all the drugs and the booze, who knows what's going on in their heads, you hear me? If they want to die, they'll find a way. They'll get past you. They'll outsmart you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
What was that all about?
Beats me.
Into the belly of this elephant. I see it. It does look like an elephant.
I know. This is an awesome first cave to get you going. Feel it out. The big thing about this one is just keep paddling. So sometimes it becomes a wind tunnel. So when you're going through, just don't stop paddling.
Don't stop.
And your goal is to go right through the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot the gap.
Are your hips nice and loose?
The hips, I stretched. I did some high knees.
Perfect.
I did some grapevines. I feel good about this. Shoot the gap.
Right through the middle. Don't stop paddling.
Here we go.
Keep going. Keep going.
Uh-oh.
Paddle more on the left.
This is so neat.
I always say the more bubbles you can make, the healthier you are.
You always say that.
The day you stop making bubbles, that's the day you die. Oh, just made 3.
Oh, no! Well, we're going to miss you, and sorry that today's your day, Uncle Morty, but...
I'm inviting you to my 50th birthday party.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Uncle Morty.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you help me up?
Sure.
Let's hear it for Uncle Morty. Thank you, Uncle Morty, for joining us. What'd you get out of that, Jules?
I'm going to say a beautiful hot tub or jacuzzi.
We have one more guest. One more guest, and we don't need this because our next guest needs an introduction. Wayne Brady!
Hey there. Hey, fella.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, lady.
Well, you don't have any clues. We got all the clues.
Absolutely. You know what?
What?
You know what? I was just watching that segment, and well, by the way, Uncle Morty,
yeah,
his workout regimen is amazing.
What does he do?
He just breathes.
That you sort of give each step some flavor. Now we need some seasoning, salt. We'll add some white wine to this, dry white wine. Add some peperoncino. And you can put it or you can omit it, whatever you'd like. And when you add wine, you usually add the wine always in a dry state, so that the wine, the glazes, and then it begins to evaporate. You don't want the alcohol of the wine, you don't need. You want the acidity, the complexity of the flavor. So now we're letting that happen, and then we'll add the next liquid. So what is the next one? Of course, tomatoes. We are making a bolognese, we're making a meat sauce. San Marzano, you know, I like my San Marzano tomatoes. I mashed it with the hands, but you know, we are going to collect everything that's left in there with water because you need water to get this meat cooking until it's done. The liquid is evaporating. Let's add the tomatoes.
Oceana Cruises is a proud sponsor of Public TV and Samantha Brown's Places to Love, sailing to more than 600 destinations around the globe, from Europe to Asia and Alaska to the South Pacific. Oceana Cruises offers gourmet dining and curated travel experiences aboard boutique hotel-style ships.
The president's made a decision. We move forward. There are better days ahead of us.
We're not looking backward, we're looking forward.
In this case, the past is a nuisance, which may be why that plaque has not been hung. What message does that send to the officers who protected lawmakers on January 6th and still protect them today? Perhaps the ideas behind their pledge are not meant to be commemorated in iron after all, but have become as empty as the wall where that promised plaque was supposed to hang.
And tomorrow marks a new era at the CBS Evening News. John and our Maurice Dubois will be taking the anchor seats. I'll be joining them as needed for Washington coverage. Check your local listings and we'll see you there. And of course, I'll see you every Sunday on Face the Nation. I'm Margaret Brennan. Thank you all for watching.
Crunch. I'll never come up with anything. Stay still, Nadine. Oh, I have a hunch. Breakfast, dinner, and lunch would be so fun to munch if I had it with Nadine. That's it. It's perfect. Perfect! He's lost his cookies, Nadine. Too much of that cereal. I've got it, Buster. I've got the jingle. Listen to this. I have a hunch. Breakfast, dinner, and lunch would be so fun to munch if I had it with crunch.
That was fantastic.
Hey, who are you? Grouchy, just a smurf higher. I hate higher. Just a smurf to the right. I hate the right. A little to the left. I hate the left. Very smurfy, Grouchy. Papa Smurf, Papa Smurf, Papa Smurf, there's a little giant. Yeah, and he needs our help. The poor boy is lost. Hold it, hold it. My goodness, what are you smurfing about? Well, we met this little giant. His name is Simon, and he... Simon! We told you to stay where you were. I was lonesome. Papa Smurf, this is Simon. He's lost. We told him you'd help him get back home. Simon, this is Papa Smurf. Hello, Papa Smurf.
Who am I tonight? Who am I gonna be tonight? Should I set him on fire? Be awesome and cool. Go by the book, break every rule. I don't care what you see, 'cause what you get is definitely
Fit your fantasies at JCPenney's.
I was never able to find a bra that fit my small chest. Every bra gave me gaps or made me feel like I wasn't enough. It was something society taught us to be embarrassed about. Small-chested women deserve better. So I designed a bra that finally fits AA to B cups perfectly, and a brand that empowers women to celebrate their bodies exactly as they are. No more cup gaps or looking 2 sizes bigger.
Thank you. Welcome back. My guest today, a past guest, brawling in our very own Jerry Springer boxing ring. All right, Cassie, what's our next match?
Ladies and gentlemen, our second bout is Furious Females Facing Off.
Unbelievable. She's really 5'8". She just gets short for the show.
Gastronomic memory and a gastronomic identity. And, you know, some people say the only part of me is Jewish is, you know, is gefilte fish or whatever. What comes back, you know, are the smells and the tastes and the food from my apartment and my mother's kitchen and all that stuff. I mean, the chopped herring, the pichah, the varenicus, the borscht. Fleischige borscht was like ambrosia.
First came to New York in 1963 as a freshman at Yeshiva University. We have dinner in the dorm cafeteria, and there's a little brown glob on my plate. So I asked the guy next to me, what is that? What is that? What is it? It's chopped liver. I never saw chopped liver in my life. Next day, they serve us this cholent. I never saw cholent in my life. They serve us a kugel. I never saw a kugel in my life. All of the food that we had, everything was brown. The roasted chicken and kugel and cholent and gefilte fish and honey cake for dessert and tea. Everything's brown.
But those kings will always be up there to guide you. And so will I.
But I can't see them, Dad.
It's the perfect kind. We've stolen the world's supply of new pink lemonade bubble yum. It tastes like pink lemonade. It's the new taste everyone's after. Uh-oh. It is I, Detective Yum Finder, now drops that bubble yum bubble gum. But pink lemonade makes big pink bubbles. You're all washed the pop off. But it's you who's going to wave goodbye, Yum Finder!
New pink lemonade bubble yum, the big taste everyone's after.
$1 trillion. Get the feeling that you don't really give up. Miss Wilson, I like the way you push and glide.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Price is Right. Time to spin the wheel. Go ahead, Melanie.
All right.
Good luck. Would you like to say hello?
I'd like to say hello to my husband, my daughters, Mallory and Meredith, my brother-in-law, Frankie. Hi to my bestie, Kimmy, who's out there, Jimbo, Jamie, Jenna, and all the kids at Pittston area who are now adults. Miss Melanie made it.
35.
Oh, we're going again.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Woo, 65 or less. 65 or less.
Okay.
65.
All right. Come on.
Not 75.
No.
Not 75.
That's okay. Thank you.
Aubrey, good luck.
Hey, thank you.
Here we go.
When your favorite Olive Garden dish went away, you had thoughts, lots of thoughts. So, to help solve your existential crisis, we're bringing back our steak gorgonzola Alfredo. And thanks to your excessive use of exclamation marks, stuffed chicken marsala's back too. Plus, now you can daydream about manicotti while eating manicotti. Here for a limited time only, starting at $12.99. Fan favorites, back at Olive Garden.
Have a break. Millions of Kit Kats with this special wrapper win you a free Burger King burger instantly, or let you buy one and get one free. Have a bigger break. Have a Kit Kat.
Oh, look, it's a magical crystal. Actually, this is called an amethyst, and this is a giant amethyst crystal. In fact, this whole room is full of crystals and rocks and minerals. Come on, let's go check it out. The many beautiful rocks here at the museum come from all over the world. Rocks come in many different colors, shapes, and sizes. Shades of blue, green, pink, purple.
Time. Hey, look! Greedy left a boat behind. Let's boogie.
After them!
Uh-oh, we've lost them.
No, we haven't. Look at that trail of filth.
Greedy not only wants to empty the seas, he's polluting them too. He is truly a slob.
Quick, follow that garbage.
Not a dolphin, or seal, or whale. I wonder where all our sea friends are.
Ridley's drift nets have killed them. All the more reason to stop them.
Hang on, guys. We're going into hyperdrive. We've got to get our rings back and kick some Pink's tail.
This is hog heaven. With all these miles of drift net, tomorrow morning we'll have every fish in the sea.
Yes, boss. Of course.
This should be enough. Yummy.
We've got to test that fluid.
Wait. You said this body was contaminated? I'm convinced.
Look, if you're afraid of getting infected.
It's not about me. I don't want to expose Peter to more of what may have made him sick in the first place.
Things aren't getting better, Elaine. We need a sample of that stuff under a microscope to see what we're up against.
How? There's no electricity, no light source, no image.
I will worry about that if you prepare a slide.
There is a lot of room for Jacob to grow, technically adding in those quads that he will need to be competitive internationally on the senior level. But, Johnny, there's something about his skating. You can't always place it. There's just something he has. His personality, his style on the ice. It's heartwarming. It's infectious. There's so much energy. And I think that he does have a lot of potential to grow over this next season.
I spoke with his coach, Larisa Sedeznova, and she told me that the thing that she loves most about him is his heart. And that's the first thing she said when I asked, oh, hey, describe your student to me. She said his heart. He's funny, he's humorous, and he feels everything so deeply. This wasn't the perfect free skate, but he did make a statement here.
Aw, even the smile at the end.
Standing O from the family.
There's just so much emotion that runs through a skater's body in this moment, so much relief. You've worked.
Stands out. Now, a great challenge for the Blazers when you look at the next 7 opponents. 6 opponents, obviously, playing Phoenix twice. But these are all, at the very least, play-in teams, probably solid playoff teams. Sacramento, of course, red hot. You've got Oklahoma City. Dave comes in here on Tuesday, and boy, are they playing well.
If the Blazers are going to have those kind of tests, at home is where you want them, where you have the home crowd to support. And hopefully, Kev, the Blazers can provide the same type of spirited efforts at home as we saw them on this previous road trip.
A 5.74 winning percentage. Take a look at the 4 keys to the game.
So there's a winning streak going on. So the Blazers want to continue with that. 4 games in a row now, they've been able to get wins. And it's just plays like this, really, not just the defense, but offensively, spreading the floor. Jeremy Grant has been awesome his last few games since returning. It's
still taking him a while.
Amid the stress, we were just sitting down. Jen Ferrante never had the chance to introduce herself to Jordan J. Heister until now.
Good. Jordan. Okay, yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, better circumstances.
Yes.
A lot more safer area. Yeah.
A safer area, indeed.
Very grateful for you.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
I'm happy that God put me there at a right time. I mean, like I said, I'm not really out in Seattle much.
The last place they'd spoken was in North Seattle, in the middle of an I-5 express lane at night.
Or when I came up, I didn't even see you. And so I was like stopped, and my instinct was just to get out and see what was going on, kind of thing. So
yeah, I was just so grateful. You were literally an angel.
Heister noticed her hazard lights weren't flashing on her car. Her alternator had died, making her a sitting duck and in the lane of travel.
First. It was very thoughtful of you, Chacha.
Look, I am not going to study, and you can't force me.
Right.
This is America, pal.
I'm not forcing you to, Chacha. I am begging. I am asking. It's for your own good. I need you, please, to hit the books.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Look at that book fly, huh? What an athletic lad you are.
That's right.
All right. I'll just get the book for you right over here.
I'm tired of sitting on this bench. It's too hard.
I got the solution. Come here. Come here. All right. I'm going to put you right over here.
Yeah.
You sit comfortably. I'm going to get you the book. How's that?
This is better.
Yeah. All you had to do was ask, you silly
I just asked you.
Yes, I did. All right. You don't have to rock yourself. Let me do it for you.
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for.
Sling lets you do that.
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for and let me pause my subscription when I want. Sling lets you do that. Yeah! I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for and let me pause my subscription when I want and have hundreds of free channels. Sling lets you do that too.
Choose and customize your channel lineup or watch for free. Sling lets you do that.
There they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, we asked single men, what TV catchphrase sums up your approach to dating? How you doing? Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Flip side, weeknights at 9 on Seattle 11.
Can I do that?
This little guy lives right in the middle of suburbia. A burrowing owl, hoping to find a mate. Single owl, not too tall, would like to meet a female for a lifetime of happiness. Well, that seems promising. This is life in your own backyard.
The Americas premieres February 23rd on NBC and Peacock.
Huddles. When she called timeout earlier in the quarter, she said UCLA got the first punch, but now it's our turn. This time she was saying, do your job, lock in, and set the tone, Zora.
With 2:53 to go here in the third quarter, Brenda Frese and her team have a little bit of a mountain to climb. 13-point basketball game, which with the pace that these teams play at is still reasonable. Still very much a basketball game. We've seen how the momentum can shift so quickly. Now Barker with the mismatch has Tibiasu on her. Hard matchup. Remember, Gardner just hit one, make it two.
Well, Zora, I told you yesterday at shoot-around that Gardner was 0 for 9 from 3 in her last 2, and I feel like she was due as a shooter, and that was one of Brenda Frese's concerns. She pointed out Gardner and said, we cannot let her get hot. That's 2.
System, every person on disability into the workforce tomorrow, we would still have thousands of open jobs. And so we really do need to be looking outside of our state's borders and outside of our nation's borders to help identify how we can recruit workers to fill the jobs that we have available.
Katie Ralston-Howe is director of North Dakota's Workforce Division, overseeing the newly created Office of Legal Immigration. Their goal? To bring together immigrants seeking employment and companies that need workers.
Really, our focus is proactively identifying appropriate pathways and programs that we can utilize to help fill jobs in North Dakota. Employers have been responding really well. There's a ton of enthusiasm around the work that we're doing. Communities are responding well too. And so we've been able to really work with those who are already working in this space.
The tallest structure on Earth until the Eiffel Tower was built in 1889. It was meant to be seen from everywhere.
The site that he chose was very important because it's on a rise. It's a plateau and it's on a rise. And so his monument could be seen throughout the whole northern part of the country. So wherever you were around the capital, you could see the monument that was being built.
The Great Pyramid is constructed of individual stones that weigh an average of 2.5 tons each. The immense structure contains more than 2,300,000 of these stones, all placed in such seemingly perfect...
Peabody? I'm always right, Chairman. Now, we'll inform the General of this. Oh, and be careful where you step. The toll guard has removed 1 or 2 planks. Unfortunately, my warning was issued a fraction too late, for Sherman was already en route to a first-hand view of the river. The swift current carried him downstream while I raced along the shoreline, waiting for an opportunity to effect a rescue. At a point where the river narrowed, I came across an outdoor performance of Uncle Tom's Cabin. The audience sat enthralled, watching the drama unfold. It was Act 3, where little Eva was being chased across a line of simulated ice floes. On she came, followed by a pack of hounds, followed by Simon Legree, who in turn was followed by me. I plucked Sherman from the river and thereby gave this performance of Uncle Tom's Cabin an unusual finish. Thanks, Mr. Peabody. You're welcome, Sherman. And now let us return to the bridge. General Sherman must be warned before he attempts to cross.
Cheer you up since your tail got hurt. Wow! How did you make them so fast? Well, we got lots of practice as we worked it out. The first dinosaurs we made lost their air. Then we tied the knots tightly, but acorns popped them. The next ones we protected with umbrellas, but the tricycle popped them. So we went underground instead of outside, but those dinosaurs disappeared down a river. They disappeared? We last saw them floating away in the river under the neighborhood. I wonder where they went. We may never know. Dinosaurs, you came! Mommy! Mama! 3 dinosaurs followed me home! Can I keep them?
No turkey and dressing, no peas with those little onions, no cranberry jello bowls. There's a plot to end Thanksgiving, and if the day can't be saved, you might be ordering takeout. It's the Thanksgiving that almost wasn't. Then, rabbit and ducks may not seem like traditional Thanksgiving fare, but we sure love them. Scarf up a big helping of Bugs and Daffy's Thanksgiving tunes, and help yourself to seconds. It's the Thanksgiving that almost wasn't, and Bugs and Daffy's Thanksgiving tunes, starting Sunday at 6 on the best place to celebrate Thanksgiving, Cartoon Network.
Now, get ready for double impact. There's 2 of them. Think about it. Van Damme ×2.
He looks exactly like you.
Me? Twin brothers reunited on a mission. Watch my back. To avenge their parents' death. One packs a punch. One packs a piece.
Also to come, this fire truck taking an extra special ferry ride last night. We'll hear from a hero, part of a group who helped fight the wildfires in Los Angeles. And a driver arrested after police say he led them on a chase and chugged a bottle of alcohol.
Monkey, show me your dance, you're gonna get bit!
The frustration the sheriff has with that suspect on the other side.
It was quite cold. Now, depending on where you were, some of our temperatures, our highs today, we're in the ballpark of average. Typically around the Seattle-Tacoma region, we have an average high anywhere from about 48 to 49 degrees, and we sat between those mid to low 40s. Elsewhere, we did see much cooler conditions along the Coast Forks with a high today of 34. But as Eric mentioned, we are seeing some pretty clear conditions, but this is also opening up the door for another weather inconvenience that we are very familiar with. So as those temperatures continue to drop closer to freezing and even sub-freezing, and those winds pushing light and even calm in some areas, and cherry on top, some relative humidity that is now getting much higher. I mean,
Hey, Emerald Lagasse here, and we have completely gone bananas today on the essence of Emerald. And you see, after you start simmering those, and that's what I like about these little bananas, after you start simmering them, right, they get to that perfect texture. That's when you can just kick it up a notch. We got that hot French toast of ours, right? What I like to do then is take the bananas, and you can just kind of keep simmering them down and simmering them down. See, you don't even need like maple syrup or any of that stuff. You know, you can just get your own, you got your own syrup right there.
We're cranking the thermostat way up. Now, it's the untold story of the Super Hot on Modern Marvels.
With caviar and copious amounts of wine, of course. But the idea of just boiling potatoes and serving them with caviar as dinner was a real awakening for me in terms of rethinking what you could do with potatoes and thinking about them a little differently. So here are 3 potato recipes I really love that are a new way of thinking about how to cook potatoes. I was in Turkey not too long ago in Anatolia, which is across from Istanbul, and I was in a home where they cook Turkish mashed potatoes. The second potato recipe is patatas bravas, which is a tapas in Spain. It's fried potatoes with a smoked paprika sauce. We actually do the potatoes not in hot oil, we do them in the oven. So finally, we're gonna take an idea from Nigeria, suya, which is a peanut spice with chilies. They put it on beef skewers, and we're gonna put it on potatoes. So if you want a new way with potatoes, stay right here at Milk Street, and we'll show you 3 great recipes from around the world.
This is a party. Premier Protein, my ride or die.
Boom!
If you know, you know.
Let's go!
This stuff changed my life. So good. High protein? Check. 1 gram of sugar. Oh yeah. And a flavor for every vibe. Premier Protein. Sweeten the journey.
Many people have been waiting for the opportunity to start fishing. They are all hoping to catch an example of local royalty. The lake is stocked with a species of salmon whose Japanese name, himemasu, translates to princess trout. However, while this lake is now well stocked with the princess trout, it once contained hardly any fish at all. That's because during the major eruption of 864, hot lava flowed into the lake, heating it to extremes. Historical records state that the lake's water boiled and all its fish and turtles died.
Mahomes and Kelsey are in fact the most dominant quarterback-receiver duo in postseason history. Peep the numbers. They've connected for more touchdowns in the playoffs than any duo in NFL history. As a matter of fact, the chemistry between these two is unparalleled. It's almost like they have a sixth sense or telepathy. Telepathy, whatever that means. I think it's on the same page.
Missing the olives, or I'm missing the capers. And you know what I tell you? I empower you. You are free to change my recipe. So if you don't have capers, you can do without capers. You don't have green olives, you have black olives, put the black olives in. It's going to work. I want to empower you and I want to give you the confidence. So don't be confined by a recipe. You will reach success and you will build the confidence and you will build an understanding on how it is to modify a recipe. Good luck.
Amore, amor, portami tante rose, sei quelle più preziose, le stringerò sul cuore come stringessi te, se non c'è più l'amor che mai sarà di me, eccetera.
Oh, come on, cheer up. Not every cheddar gets the English cheese quality mark. No, but perhaps your taste and texture wasn't quite up to it. No, well, I can see you're not a foreign cheddar, so perhaps your general quality wasn't consistent enough. No, Look, it's not so much the winning, but the taking part. But I haven't taken part. What? I just got here. I missed the bus. Give me that. And stop that violin.
English cheddar. Only the best is up to the mark.
The Big Seattle Boat Show starts this Friday with big selection, big discounts, and big fun for everyone.
The Boat Show, the Big Seattle Boat Show.
Details and discount tickets at seattleboatshow.com.
Monument Grills, offering innovative technology and design for the grilling enthusiast with a lineup of gas grills to suit every level. Our mission is to ignite your passion to pursue the art of grilling. Learn more at monumentgrills.com.
Pharaoh's bride, also his half-sister.
Her name was Ankhasen Pa'aten. We do know that she was very important to him. They were married when they were fairly young. From the representations, we see that she sits nearby him. She seems to take an active interest in some of the things that he was doing in hunting and fowling and fishing.
With the old religion of many gods now reinstated, the reign of King Tutankhamun seemed destined to be a period of rebirth and renewal for Egypt. But then, at about the age of 20, the young pharaoh suddenly died. Some believe he was murdered. Forensic analysis of his mummy shows that he died of damage to his cranial cavity. This suggests a blow to the head. Further examination reveals a small hole in his skull. Scholars have constructed theories as to how it got there.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage, just like I was?
Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner with Melting Pro V Pearls.
Locks in moisture to repair 6 months of damage for resilient, healthy-looking hair. If you know it's Pantene.
One that's been set by everybody who's worked at CBS and the people who work there now.
Yeah.
Right after Cronkite, on that first broadcast, they listed all the correspondents on the show. That's what our evening news is going to do as well, which is be wrapped around the entire newsmaking organization.
Am I the only one who got goosebumps looking at Uncle Walter?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
get it. I get it, Maurice, but for you, it said this was the broadcast you've always wanted to do. So I love it when people's dreams come true. What did you always want to do?
Well, we get to do it all on this broadcast. We're going to take the best of 60 Minutes, of Sunday Morning, of Eye on America, of David Begnaud's type of reporting as well. I mean, we're going to put it all together. And to sit there and think we get to do that every night, query our correspondents, get nuggets from them that you don't get everywhere else. It's an amazing opportunity, once in a lifetime, and we couldn't be more excited.
Hey, we're in a very weird time in history where it's easier to get information. I mean, it's everywhere. It's in the palm of your hand, but harder to know what's accurate, what's true.
Ground beef, ground sausage. Why not? All right, Hen, let's go cook. So now here we have version 2. I have not seasoned it, so put a little salt, put a little pepper. Okay. Loving this. So now, oil. Oh yeah, here we go, Henry. We'll do one. Oh, even though this is a half back, let's do the whole thing. Come on. All right, let's push that down. Look at that. This is going to be even bigger than the first one we made, Henry. Can't make it too big, because then the El Flippo will be tough.
Yes. The bulldozer, as I prefer to call it.
The bulldozer?
The snowplow.
I like that.
Oh, God.
Cheers are good. So, let's talk about oil, Henry, a little bit, right? Here, because we're searing, but not a wok stirred super hot. Super hot, the oil I always use is grapeseed oil. Why? Why?
Because it's got a great nutty flavor and also high heat.
High smoking point.
High smoking point.
High smoking point.
the toughness that I've played with, the different ways that I've been able to win, it's already a success. I'm a person, anytime I show up to a tournament, one, I think I can win it, and two, I want to win it.
And Shelton would face world number one Yannick Sinner in the semi-finals after the Italian made light work, seeing off local hope Alex de Minaur.
Oh my goodness, that is too good.
While the top seed had struggled with illness this week, he showed no sign of weakness against the Aussie. In fact, Sinner took his game to another level.
Oh, come on, maybe the best shot of the night.
The battle over in less than 2 hours, 6-3, 6-2, 6-1.
Sinner didn't invent tennis, but he is certainly perfecting it. He is simply the best.
Somebody told Kevin Will he's going to win 1 out of 2. He would have taken it. How about Indiana going zone? They've only played 4 possessions of zone the entire season.
Gillespie trying to shoot through the zone. He cannot, and the rebound to Renew.
Boy, gutsy call by Mike Woodson against a team that's really good three-point shooting team.
As we've said a couple of times today, this crowd feels like they've been waiting to explode. They haven't had a lead since it was 1918. Within 3 here, make it 1.
Now all of a sudden, Renew. And they tried to take that left hand away from him there. Oh, wide open.
Rice doesn't get the bounce, and the rebound to Ballo.
So Indiana plays zone. Maryland gets 2 pretty good looks from 3. Doesn't make either one.
Anthony Leo brings the ball up the floor. Galloway fakes the pass. Now finds a cutting Renew, and it won't go. Indiana still can't get over the hump. 6:40 to play.
Is hell. The last thing we want is a fight.
Ilwa manje noma uhambe. Ngicela ukuthi ngithi kulungile. Uma enganqoba lo mnqophiso wamawashuthu angeke abulawe. The chief said, if you pass all what you two tests, you do not die. QK.
You are really special. What does it feel like to be so damn loved?
Alexandra August, and I'm so excited to take you on a delicious journey through my native country. I'm a Polish-American actress, but I also love to eat and I love to cook. Growing up in the States, I was always asked questions about Poland's culture, its history, and most of all, of course, about its food. So I finally decided to take all of you from back home, back here to my first home, and introduce you to its true flavor.
I know you. You're that rabbit that sent me. Oh, no, it couldn't be.
What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? What?
Don't tell me. I know. What's up, Doc? Rabbits. Everybody's a rabbit.
Merry Melodies and more are on MeTV Tunes.
We'll battle to the death to resolve the grievance. Will a Master Stephen M. Kovacs and a Lord Chip Douglas make your way to the fighting pit?
Let's go. What's going on? I'm sick good.
Now we'll take that. We have our center and our center, so now we know that's where we want to be. All right, so we got our piece. We need a little bit of construction adhesive on it. All right, so we have our base cap here. What we're going to start to do is trim around the inside. And I'm just going to use a small brad nailer, some 1 1/4 brads.
Then we had a 2-to-1 vote to replace our mom with a huge hooted Oriental woman who had no vocal cords, no uterus, but can fry a steak like a Texan. Then Mommy woke up and wanted to know what we were laughing at. We said, Bud. He trolled up the stairs in a little huff, and the three of us laughed at him till dawn. Oops, that was the beginning of our anti-Bud meeting.
Hey, hold on. She's only kidding you. Only kidding. Sit down. Now, what's wrong with you? Don't you know how he feels right in front of him? No. Now, let's get on with the new business. Has anyone come up with a new name for the baby?
Shark bait.
Hemlock. Piscopo.
That's a low blow there. I'd like some water.
Why don't you get it yourself?
Marcy told me not to move.
Outside, it's another perfect Jamaican day with a climate made for swimming and enjoying all kinds of water-based activities along the glittering coastline. Today we are making plans to head out and enjoy the still water with the help of the provided pedal boats and paddle boards.
And thousands more troops could be flooding in soon. For this week, Matt Rivers along the U.S.-Mexico border.
Our thanks to Matt Rivers. One of the very first appointments Donald Trump made after winning the election in November was tapping one man to be what he calls his border czar. Tom Homan is a former Border Patrol agent and acting director of ICE with decades of experience in Republican and Democratic administrations. I sat down with him this week and began our conversation by asking him about the role of the U.S. military.
We got military on the border, not only helping us with departure flights on military planes, but they're helping to build infrastructure. They're putting up concertina wire. They're down there to create a secure border and lock that border down. And DOD's helped administrations before, but not at this level. So it's a force multiplier, and it's sending a strong signal to the world. Our border's closed.
So is this what we will see every single day?
Please you and however you'd like your sandwich made. So we did this one's Hat's Way. This is our Philly cheesesteak. It's got grilled onions, sweet peppers, our cheese blend on it, so provolone, white American, and mozzarella. And we did put a little bit of cheese whiz on this one as well, so give it a taste. I'm starving.
Like, you want, please.
Can I have a bite? Yeah. Would you mind?
Get in. But this steak, oh yeah.
I think we need some napkins.
We need some napkins. The bread just soaks up that juice. The steak's super tender. The cheese just works in there. I mean, it is. Wait, obviously.
It's a classic, yeah.
It's a classic for a reason. And I've never been to Philly. I don't have a frame of reference, but I know this is a good sandwich, man.
Awesome.
Salary Fine is just getting started. Coming up, fine dining sprinkled with fun.
The idea is that you're at your best friend's house who knows how to cook.
The unique and creative restaurant inside a cozy spot in Wallingford. We'll be right back.
Did you ever wish you watched more cartoons? We thought you might. The Moxie Show is on at 9. World Premiere Toon Show starts at 9:30. Tunnapalooza for Yuza at 10. And Super Adventure stops in at 12. Cartoon Network. Your wish is our command. I like that.
Jesse Palmer?
So you do remember, and I know you haven't been watching.
I know, but TV's expensive.
Well, now you can watch me, live sports and news free. No contracts or fees.
But Jesse, how?
Tableau. Pay once and watch happily ever after. And you can record too.
This sounds like a dream.
Tableau. Learn more at tableautv.com. It's not fantasy, it's reality.
How's that looking?
This looks like it's ready to be flipped. Or
flipped again or ready to go?
Flipped again.
Is it darker than the other side?
It is darker than the other side, yes.
This is ready to go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. Smoked salmon cooked through fennel. I love that. See how the fennel got all caramelized? That is awesome. That is good to go, Henry. Plate this up. I love how the smoked salmon got cooked through. And I love how the fennel got all caramelized. Look at that. I think that's looking really good. All right. So that's that. Come on. Here, we're going to garnish this up here, Henry. I'm going to show you how we do this. This is easy now. This is the part I love with okonomiyaki. Just take a spoon, take this and kind of do lines across like this. All right. A little bit more like this. Oh, yeah. More scallions on top.
At the descendants of the horses that the people of the Hans era valued so highly.
He said, turn off the road and look for the guy with the horses. That'll be me.
Enki Shagdar Guntev is a Mongolian interpreter and guide. He's offered to show me the countryside from the Mongolian perspective.
Wow.
On horseback.
Enki.
Hey, Josh.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing? So welcome to Mongolia.
Good to see you. You weren't kidding. We're really out here, huh? It's a good place to be a horse.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys. How are you? They're smaller than I was expecting, right?
Yeah, they're tough, though, European horses are around like 16 hands, but, these horses
right?
Yeah, these horses are like 12 to 13 hands.
But beefy looking, stockier looking,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
very robust.
Yeah, they're in the wild, they just graze in the wild, eat grasses.
Grasses?
And, yeah.
So they don't need any supplemental grain?
No, not at all.
Just grass?
Yeah, totally.
Can we go for a ride?
Oh, yeah, let's go to my friend.
Say hello to Granite Stone Emerald Green, a kitchen full of the most durable, ultra non-stick cookware at the most affordable price anywhere. Granite Stone Emerald Green is the fast, easy way to make your family 5-star cuisine that's delicious and lean. No oil or butter needed.
Okay, here's how you play. You drink a beer, you spin your head on a bat, and then run forward. And I'm guessing that the running forward part was too much to ask for. It's not a mouse trap. It's a mouth trap. And can someone get this guy some Listerine? Okay, we have a mom dressed in a garbage bag, a fishing pool baited with a full beer can, and we've got a 12-year-old son with a BB gun. Wow! I'm genuinely shocked that didn't end in complete disaster. It looks like she laid a duck, goose egg.
What are you doing pouring the milk first?
Jason, it's milk first, Cinnamon Toast Crunch second. That's how we won.
Oh, okay, listen. I'm doing the same magical formula I did last week. That's why we won.
Yeah, okay.
Buy $30 of General Mills, earn a $10 gift card in the Fetch.
No wrongdoing, but that is what led to Lloyd's trade request last month. Now, this is a historic trade. It's the first time in WNBA history that two #1 overall picks have been traded for each other. After Kelsey Plum's legendary Huskies career, she won 2 championships with the Las Vegas Aces. This won't be the homecoming to Seattle, though. In the 3-team trade, she lands in Los Angeles. So what did the Storm get out of this? Well, they received center Lee Urey from the Sparks. The role player for Los Angeles is one of the tallest players in the W, standing 6'7" tall. But really, the big pickup here for the Seattle Storm. In this trade, they land the 2nd overall pick in this year's draft as they really hope to rebuild the franchise here, Farah and Jake.
Yeah, and so who could they possibly pick up, do you think? What are some of the options, Drew, for this new big pick?
All right, so right now it's not too clear what the second overall pick will be. Right now we know the first pick is likely to be Paige Beckers, the star from UConn, but here are a couple other names that we could float out there as some possible options too. Notre Dame's guard Olivia Miles is one, USC forward Kiki Ariafen as another. So just a few names to throw out there, but they're really looking for a big-time franchise player.
Through the 13th century Mongol invasions, the 17th century Swedish wars, the 18th century partitions, and the most horrific, the 20th century Nazi invasion, occupation, and concentration camps of World War II. After all that tragedy and turmoil, Krakow is now looking back to its royal, cultural, religious, and intellectual past for its identity. And it is that history that we explore in this episode.
He's been in and around the net, and he's also a guy who's, making sure that we're playing in the face of the other team, and that brings a lot to the groups.
When these guys get called up as a head coach, you must be looking for something from these guys, not just the fact they can play hockey, we know that, but what are you looking for when you see these guys get their chance?
Them to play their game, that's the biggest thing, and I've, fortunately, I've coached a lot of the guys that have come up. John knows exactly what kind of player he is, what he brings to the table, and what he can do for the team. And you just, you open the door and let them go do it. And it's their job to go out and do it and bring their game, not just stand around, not just watch, not just tiptoe through it. It's like go out and bring your game, what you can bring, and that's what John is. That's what John's done with his opportunity.
It's knocked down in front. Rebound. Hayden scores.
The Kraken are playing a rare 3 straight games against some of the NHL's best. It all started on Thursday when Alex Ovechkin and the Capitals came to town. Ovechkin is currently chipping away at Wayne Gretzky's record of 894 career goals. Today, the Kraken faced Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. And up next, the Kraken make a quick trip to Edmonton to face Connor McDavid and the Oilers.
Seattle police say a 40-year-old man was killed in a shooting in the Pioneer Square neighborhood early yesterday morning. It happened in a parking lot on 2nd Avenue South. We're told a 23-year-old woman was also shot in the leg. Police are trying to figure out if the victims knew each other and what led up to the shooting. New tonight, the Thurston County Sheriff's Office says it's arrested a man for the second time in 3 months for the same crime. The Sheriff's Office released this dash camera video of the moments leading up to his arrest. Dash cam video from the Thurston County Sheriff's Office shows the moment a deputy spots an SUV.
Stolen Explorer, we're yielding.
Initially stolen out of the Grand Mound area. The driver pulls over at first.
Exit the car with their hands up.
But then drives off.
5-8, we're taking off southbound Capitol.
That begins a chase down I-5 southbound, where the Sheriff's Office says the suspect reached 100 miles an hour.
Monday on Dick Cavett, it's actor Gary Merrill, then producer-director Alan J. Pakula. Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Decades.
Scorch? I don't know what the heck Ron is doing.
He writes a litany of answers here.
Well, he's...
Select one. I don't know. Oh, no.
Yeah, pick one of those.
Okay, all right.
Let's cross out these two. Yeah, cross out those to keep one of them. Shelley, are you having trouble with this one, or is this...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
there
spaced
you go.
out. It was like... Okay.
All right, Jason, there, ready? Leo said my wife, the aerobics instructor, is so busy, the only time I get to see her is when she's working out. Yesterday, we made love while she was doing push-ups. While she was doing push-ups, Brad.
Well, then if she was doing push-ups, then it'd be easy, wouldn't it?
Well, the man has to save some time.
Okay. How about jumping jacks?
Jumping jacks?
Those are my favorite. I do 9,000 a day.
You do 9,000 a day. Uh-huh. Shelley, yesterday we made love while she was...
I want to qualify this because I work out a lot. So I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay?
Wow.
And there is an actual exercise called a pelvic thrust.
Oh.
It's true.
But it didn't match, so we won't keep it. Charles?
I don't know aerobics.
Before you go to extremes to fix sagging and wrinkles with expensive injections, try this Olay Regenerist. Olay boosts skin cell regeneration to firm, lift, and reshape volume without painful prices. For me, it's only Olay.
Necessary. I do have one theory. It's actually he's not wired into the Eagles communication. He's actually wired into the Fox truck to see where all the cameras are so he can be the best position to be on them. That's my working theory. I've also heard that maybe he's in touch with a delicatessen for after the game and that's who he's talking to. I'm going to try to stay positive, but I don't understand why he is so ubiquitous, why he's always on camera. He's all heart and the Eagles love him. I would like an explanation for the headset, though. I really would. Any theories?
I will tell you.
What?
Of course, growing foals are always hungry. The mares will feed their gangly young up to 24 times in a day. These newborns rely on their mother's milk for the first 2 weeks of their life, and their mothers will produce up to 3 gallons of milk a day for their foals. After 10 days, they'll start to nibble on greens. But they'll continue to rely on mother's milk until their first birthday. Just as the babies like to eat a lot, so too do the mature horses. These selective grazing animals forage for high-quality young grasses for up to 12 hours a day. It looks like this herd is on the move. That foal is doing well to keep up despite its little legs.
He's back in the all-new Super Mario 3. Nintendo, now you're playing with power.
Maybe she's getting a soda.
Hughes Corporation launched the much smaller 150-pound Syncom-1, the world's first geostationary communication satellite. It could carry only 240 telephone calls at a time. But since Syncom was over 22,000 miles above the equator, it rotated at the same rate as the Earth, which eliminated both the need for tracking and the problem of intermittent availability.
Even though Syncom was a relatively lightweight satellite by today's times and used relatively simple technology, it did enable John F. Kennedy to make a telephone call from Washington, D.C. to a ship off the coast of Africa.
This first test proved that Arthur C. Clarke's visionary concept from 1945 worked, and geostationary orbit became the standard location for most communication satellites. Today, more than 150 of these modern marvels operate in this position, serving almost every country on Earth. These pioneering efforts made the formation of Intelsat possible. This is an international organization originally advocated by President Kennedy.
Now Go-Gurt's bursting with even more flavor than ever. You're really gonna like it. New, better-tasting Go-Gurt, the grab-and-go yogurt.
Today is home to the biggest stars. This week, Will Ferrell stops by, plus Pete Davidson. And tomorrow, country superstar Kelsey Ballerini and Broadway legend Idina Menzel performs live. Tomorrow on Today.
We would say, Mom, tell us about our grandfather. And she would say, he was a genius.
And that was it.
But in her mom's photos and films, Rico uncovered a family secret. Robert Lusser, her grandfather, was the Nazi engineer behind Hitler's V1.
Das ist V1 im Einsatz. You can't fool yourself about what it was used for. It was a killing machine.
A former local anchor for CBS News, Rico was used to asking tough questions. So she confronted her Nazi ancestry in a podcast, The Man Who Calculated Death.
What amends can you make when you can't go back and change history?
She and her sister traveled to Germany and walked the tunnels of Dora.
You know, you can feel the souls of the dead, the damage, death and destruction. All of that went so much deeper. And it became really clear to me that I needed to talk to somebody who was there.
A Holocaust survivor group connected her with Oscar, who agreed to a meeting.
Oscar, how did you feel when you first heard from Suzanne that she was the granddaughter of the man who created this weapon of mass destruction?
Well, be honest with you, I was very skeptical. I didn't know if I can trust her.
Miyabi.
Hello? Hi there.
Urumi?
How's your party? Having fun?
You set this whole thing up! What do you want?
Okay, I want 20 million yen from each of you. Since math isn't your best subject, that's 60 million total. Out of that, we'll take 8 million and pay off Onizuka's debt. For lack of a better word, let's just call it a ransom.
It's the Washington Sportsman Show, presented by Loophole, January 29th through February 2nd in Puyallup. Shop hundreds of exhibits with show-only pricing. Don't miss Toyota's Fistful of Cheaters. It's free and everyone wins. The Washington Sportsman Show. More at thesportshows.com.
Constitutional. It is an attack on families and children in this state and across this country. And it will cause irreparable damage and harm to Arizonans.
That action, temporarily blocked by a federal judge in Washington state, was one of the first countermeasures to launch in the new administration, but not the first in a campaign that started as soon as the results of the election became clear. California set aside 50 million state taxpayer dollars to be ready to sue the Trump administration on issues like illegal immigration, gun control, and transgender care. 4 others declared similar intentions. New York Governor Kathy Hochul launched the Empire State Freedom Initiative to fight any policy and regulatory threats that may emerge.
If you try to harm New Yorkers or roll back their rights, I will fight you every step of the way.
$89.95, but I'd say it's even higher now because that's an old retail that I'm thinking of. Hey, we also have these all black 3-inch lockbacks on this side of the table. Again, just a really handy knife to have. It's not going to be big or bulky. You could carry it in your front pocket, your coat pocket, keep it there, you know, in your truck or tackle box. But these are just great little knives, stainless steel, texture grip, also here, you know, on the handle. But that is going to be the smallest one in the bunch. And then all the others are going to be 4 inches, 5 inches. Storm Chaser 3s, the Buckshot, you know, Elite Edge. Elite Edge is one of those brands that we have had here on our show now consistently, every show for many, many years. And whenever that quick action, the snapshot, very fast opening blade, you know, technique came about, Elite Edge was one of the first to really just come through strong on that, to give you knives that are affordable, they work great, they're really fast. Tell you what, I'll pick up this camo one here because I know it is deer season. But also seatbelt cutter and glass breaker. You never know when you may have to use those to save your life or someone else's. But look at how fast that is.
Perfumed garlicky pancetta pan. We're going to add our gnocchi. So remember, they sat and they're much more firm. You're not as worried about them breaking anymore. To this, we're going to add some chili flakes, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, none. It's your preference. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon. And now that secret 4th ingredient to our gnocchi, the pasta cooking water. So we want to start with just about half a cup, and we're going to stir as it cooks so that we release more starches into that already starchy water, and we create a velvety sauce that clings to each gnocchi. So this is going to take about 3 to 5 minutes, and you're going to see that the liquid on the bottom of the pan reduces and the gnocchi become velvety. This is a perfect sauce consistency. So we're going to add back in that pancetta and garlic and just heat everything back up together, which really shouldn't take much time. 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Keep moving things around so nothing sticks to the pan. And every piece of gnocchi sort of is evenly coated in the sauce and has a little bit of pancetta, a little bit of garlic. Every bite is perfect. All right, this is done. So we're going to turn the heat off. And now we want to build that final punch, that contrasting note that we love. This dish has plenty of fat in it, plenty of richness, plenty of umami.
Since noon today.
Goody two-shoes.
Goody two-shoes.
What were Imelda Marcos's first words at birth? Send it through the mail, check it with the airlines, or eat in the NBC commissary.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Dateline next, a deadly premonition.
He was convinced that he was going to be killed.
How did he know?
His throat was slashed.
It was so chilling.
Dateline next on NBC.
Member of the National Library, which everybody can order the books online. Our catalog is online nowadays. 1.5 hours after you order the books, they're ready to read in the reading room.
Okay. How long can you take one of these books out?
If you can only read them in the library, yes. So you can only...
I didn't think you could leave with one of these books. So Charles VI said this is a public library. When did this truly become a public library, open to all the residents?
His daughter, Maria Theresa, she said every child from the 6th year has to go to school from all the corners of the empire. So that's also the reason, because of his daughter, that we have here German-Croatian books, like German-Hungarian books, German-Slovenian.
Because they were all a part of the empire
exactly.
At that point. In this extravagant space, are there little like nooks and crannies that no one knows about here?
Well, we have 200,000 books, but we only see 150,000. There is a part that is hidden.
Oh my goodness. Great sound. Oh, wow. These little hidden chambers.
Yes, they didn't use it to hide the books, actually. At that time, in the 18th century, no one was allowed to bring a candle or something like that because it's dangerous. So they would sit beside the window. It was a little bit warmer and
Now you can have the confident feeling of dryness you get from Sure Antiperspirant with something you've never had before. A bold, rugged, outdoorsy scent. New desert spice. Leave it to Sure to add new spice to your life.
When you've worked on something, it's been your goal for many years, and you've worked on this particular flight for over a year, and there isn't a long line of repeat opportunities. I had a good case of feeling sorry for myself.
I didn't want to lose him, and I argued with the doctors saying that, I can't think of a better place to have the measles than around the moon. However, the doctors did agree, and he was dropped, and we brought Jack Swikert, the backup command module pilot, on board.
Superbly trained for the job, Swigert fit in well. 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 47 seconds after launch, the spacecraft is injected into a lunar trajectory at 24,500 miles per hour. A half hour later, the cylindrical service module and conical command module are separated from the third stage booster.
Looks like he was going front one switch, backside 900, getting a tap there from Mia Brooks.
Dusty Henriksen, currently sitting in that silver medal spot.
Cab 180, double.
Oh! How did he land that?
I don't know. I don't know how you do a tail press and then you do a double front flip.
Wild. The pure physics of it don't check out to me.
Cab one, tail press, and then front flipping. Maybe a little hand drag right there. But you see the flex on the tail, almost using it like a trampoline to explode up and initiate that double.
Yeah.
Right, you almost pushed it. I like it. We're getting physical.
I'll do it again. So here's Zeb Powell, sitting in 6th place, closing in on the 3-minute mark here in Knucklehuck.
What you have to realize is...
And so you feel it is none of our concern. You see, General, it works both ways. You ask us to trust that your headlong pursuit of technologies that you don't understand poses no threat. But you fail to offer similar consideration when it comes to our policy on using covert operatives.
Let me ask you something. How many Tok'ra from the Alpha side are still unaccounted for?
5.
You know how many people I'm missing? 64. Believe me when I say I'm going to get to the bottom of this with or without your help.
He signed her birth certificate and she has his last name.
How do you just say, that's not my daughter? You signed my birth certificate. I carry your last name.
I will not accept you in my life the way your lifestyle is, girl.
What's my lifestyle? What is my life? What is your lifestyle?
Is his wife just brainwashing him?
When they're not together, I'm his. Yeah. But when they are, no, that's not my kid.
Until this kid is proven to be mine, she's not mine. Yeah.
Kimberly is not a good person. The DNA will reveal the truth.
It doesn't matter if I'm the father or not to this child.
But will it make a difference?
Do you want to spend any time with Kimberly, just you and her talking?
No.
Daddy's denial and DNA today on Trisha.
So what are we supposed to do? I mean, we have to be careful that we don't hurt each other, right?
Today, we went undercover with a hidden camera and followed this Sally staffer who put on a fat suit for a day and walked down the streets of New York. We were curious to find out how a heavy woman is treated when she goes out to a restaurant to have lunch, looks for clothes, and tries to get a seat on a train, and even goes window shopping for lingerie. I think you're going to be shocked by what we discovered. Well, for this Sally staffer, it was just a one-day experiment. But for these women, it was their life. That is, until now.
man behind bars after running from deputies and chugging vodka before his arrest. The Thurston County Sheriff says this is the second time they've arrested this suspect for eluding in just 3 months. Initially, deputies said they tried pulling the car over in the Grand Mound area for auto theft charges, but the driver took off, driving more than 100 miles per hour on I-5, getting off at Maytown Road.
It's just like this luge ride where you just kind of cruise through it. It's
floating, luging. Yeah. I'm in. Sign me up.
It's super fun.
Should we get going?
We should.
Okay.
So
we're starting off with a hill.
Yes, so it's all uphill right now.
Great.
So going uphill, you kind of get into a nice low gear, and you just spin real nice and easy. If you feel like your back tire is ever gonna slip, like you feel like you're about to lose traction, slow down your speed and shift your weight onto the front of your saddle.
Okay.
Fact is, the world isn't built for short people. I consider myself an expert on this. It's a perspective that's helped all of us at Saturn in considering how safety features designed for the average man of 5'8" were affecting those of us who aren't. It led us to test dummies of various sizes and to design our airbag system for humans of various sizes.
This is not a procedure. It's just a hard-working cream.
Revitalift Triple Power with pro-retinol, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C visibly reduces wrinkles, firms, and brightens skin in 1 week.
Ladies, it's time to ask for more.
Revitalift Triple Power by L'Oreal Paris.
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body liner. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake it all the time.
The perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Shake, shake.
Old-fashioned investigations are my specialty.
Hold the body at the scene.
Kickstart your Friday afternoons with Boston's finest duo.
Just another day at the office, huh?
Rizzoli and Dials. Every Friday, starting at noon, 11 Central. Part of the Start lineup.
Line, go for 2 points.
I don't like to coach too often, Jim, but in this situation, I'd take it off and go for it from the one. There's a lot more you can do at the one.
And what happens right now, you'll see the offside at the top of your screen, but this is why you go for it. You have the best tush push. We all know about Philadelphia, but you have Josh Allen so hard to stop from 1 yard.
Can make it a field goal game if they can get it across. And they're coming in tight with Gilliam, who would push.
Look at how many guys are going to be right there.
Allen tries to go off that left side, flips it at the last moment, and Samuel ends up with the football in his hands. I will tell you this, in the meetings, this is the kind of stuff you hear. The Chiefs were very aware that when Josh Allen likes to keep it on the sneak, he likes to go off the left guard. And that's what they were waiting for. Didn't make it.
Well, Dana, Chris Jones, they absolutely exploded off the ball, stopping it. Huge game here, Jimmy.
What do you think about giving Sheldon's ticket to Stewart?
I don't know. Have you ever seen a movie with Stewart before?
It's like going with your grandpa. Instead of eating popcorn, he brings little pieces of chicken in Tupperware and a thermos full of soup.
It's not that bad. Hey, Stewart, got any plans Thursday night?
My doctor's worried about my circulation, so I was thinking about walking around the mall. Why?
Well,
hey, you guys. Make sure to wear sensible shoes. Will, want to go to Star Wars Thursday?
Absolutely.
Fine. Take Will. See if he brings you clam chowder.
He waxes eloquent about Leonardo's capacity to suggest movement and feeling, even with just a few strokes of the brush. And he shows us something, tra il vedi e il non vedi, something between what you see and what you don't see. And of course, we all often have this experience. We see out of the corner of our eye a gesture, a facial expression, a twitch of the lips, and we see it, and then it changes. It's not there. We can't study it. We can't fix it. Normally, it's something that an artist
cannot capture, and yet Leonardo does.
The influence of his techniques and of his vision was enormous. It's hard to think of one of the great glories of Western art, the painting of Venice in the latter part of the 15th century, beginning of the 16th century, the painting of Giorgione and Bellini and Titian, without Leonardo's optical example. While some of that came down from the north in the way of oil painting techniques, it's quite clear that a lot of it exuded upward from Florence and Rome into Venice. That idea, which is very distinctly Leonardesque, that we should see the world as a beautiful passing pattern of light and color rather than as a series of stock forms set in a two-dimensional space.
Oil and gas industry makes $3 billion a day in pure profit.
I wouldn't want to have your job this week. You wouldn't want to have my job any week.
Every oil company has a version of Tommy. You cannot function without one. We're pushing the chips toward the middle. Men die. Oil companies don't.
Landman. New series now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
You broke the law.
I'm gonna come after you.
Your days of crime are over.
We got to nip it! Nip it in the bud!
Time to go?
Wow! Saved by the light. Or a reasonable facsimile. The town's most popular hashery. That quaint bit of haberdashery known as the Brown Derby, where you eat in a hat and leave your shirt. Don't get me wrong, folks. It's worth it. The raw vegetable diet is very popular. Of course, it promotes good health. And outside the restaurant, traveling in packs and persistently tracking down the stars are the autograph hounds. Let's hear what this autograph hound has to say.
Important for people.
The other thing about listening, listen, you were the victim of a kidnap plot. They wanted to kidnap and kill you. 13 men were arrested. And you said in the book, you still want to talk about listening. You still want to talk to one of the guys who was arrested to find out what?
I'd like to understand. You know, we're a country of 330 million people. There were, you know, a little over a dozen who plotted to kidnap and kill a governor. What was going on in their lives? Is there something I can learn that'll make me a better person or a better governor? Is there a lesson here that I can take from this? Maybe not, but I'd like to try. I think too often we are so quick to assume what's going on in someone else's life instead of ask the question and listen to the answer.
And the book ends with a Q&A with your daughter, done by your daughter's done by your sister.
Yes.
Which we get some insight into how this governor
Really
thinks.
good insight.
Yeah.
A collection of lifelong learning and the importance of admitting mistakes. I won't ask you about any mistakes as governor, though. We'll leave it there. Governor Gretchen Whitmer, thank you very much. The young adult edition, True Gretch, out tomorrow. Next, Talk at the Table.
The call is going out around the nation. Something amazing is coming to a store near you this Saturday. An all-new collection of Spider-Man toys, big events, and limited edition products. And they hit the store this Saturday. Go to Hasbro.com/Spider-Man to get a call from Spider-Man himself. Spider-Man will remind you to be at the store on March 24th this Saturday.
You know what? It's better for you. That spice is 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Hi, my name is Khadijah, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick of the chicken. It's just the right amount of heat. It gets me excited and definitely wanting more. And then, pro tip, add that cilantro lime sauce. I couldn't get enough of that sauce. It cools it down. If the sandwich is at 100, the cilantro lime takes it to 200.
A blast from the past.
What's up with this whole craze? People wanting to hang and glide at the same time.
Look out below. It's the world's dumbest daredevils. To extreme sportsman Jesse Hall, there was no bigger rush than ski jump. Till he discovered base jumping. Then one day, Jesse is asked to raise some money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He decides to combine his two loves and ski base jump off the tallest building in Reno, Nevada.
All right, let's do this. Yeah, all right, thumbs up. Huh.
A lot of spiciness to go. Talk about spiciness. Nice roll there for Poffenbarger. It's a chance for Maryland to respond. Remember, it was a 5-point game at halftime. Then UCLA came out quickly to start the third.
Brenda Freeze called a timeout, got her team settled in, and that's a good sign when you can come out of the timeout and get a score.
Jaquez, attack mode baseline, kicks it out to Dugalich, converts.
This is an excellent passing team. I mentioned at the top of the show the assists. That is now 15 assists for UCLA. They share the basketball very well and make the right reads.
We have 15 assists on 19 field goals. It's only a couple of shots have been unassisted. Just denied by Lauren Betts, her third block of the game, right at her average, and then a foul call.
Doutsey kept fighting. Didn't get the look she was looking for early against Betts, but continued to pursue the basketball and get to the free throw line. That's the kind of second effort you have to have.
Well, after getting blocked by Betts, she took it against Betts and Dugalich, so Dugalich was called with that foul.
Melbourne is a melting pot of cultures, and that's easy to see here in the stands.
It's crazy. Oh my God. I didn't know it was going to be so many Colombians in here.
These fans bring the noise. Wow, this is wild. Every seat is taken, even the ones here. Can you see anything?
You can see one player at a time.
With the Australian Open second week getting underway, a line of blockbuster clashes lay in wait, with the remaining quarter-final spots up for grabs. Reigning champion and world number one Yannick Sinner faced a tough one, taking on 21-year-old Holger Rune for the first time at a major, the Italian racing out of the blocks.
Simply stunning from Sinner. What a start.
With Sinner fading, though, the match was levelled up, an epic 37-shot rally.
The vinegar will actually make them just kind of firm up a little bit and also give it a little flavor. And if you want to flavor the water, you should use maybe a little bouquet garni. Some people think that you should use a little milk. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to begin to start poaching these in this boiling liquid. And you poach them for basically about, 6 or 8 minutes. You don't want to totally overcook them.
Firefighters responded there, and as Como's Hannah Knowles explains, so did volunteers from our region.
In what feels like a never-ending battle, firefighters from across the country weeks into the wildfire crisis in and around Los Angeles. A new blaze is burning about a football field-sized area every 2 to 3 seconds. And as crews rush to save homes and residents, Washington volunteers are focusing on first responders.
Putting a smile on their face, and although it doesn't feel like much, it's something. Gives some relief and shows some compassion.
Fueled by more than 2,700 total volunteer hours, the Rapid Relief Team made the cross-country journey to hand out thousands of fresh meals to those risking their lives.
I don't know if you've ever traveled the Pacific Coast Highway, but it's beautiful. You have gorgeous homes on either side of the road, and all that is gone.
Hi, everybody.
Could be 35.
Definitely spinning again.
Yeah, definitely spinning again.
All right.
Here we go. 65 or less. There's 65. There's 60 would have been good. 50 be okay. 85 altogether. 85. Ellen, good luck to you.
Yes. Woo! We'll take it.
Whenever you're ready. You want to say hello?
Yes, I want to shout out to my mom. She's in the audience. My husband, Prentice, my daughter, Paris, at home, and yeah, everyone watching. Happy holidays and good year and everything.
Hi, everybody. 60, 20, 40. 40. One more spin. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
Wise advice to the audience. 40 and 45 is 85.
Okay.
40 and 60 is $1.
Okay.
40 and 45. Tied it up. Stand right next to Stacy. Can you break the tie, Abigail?
Try it.
Got to beat an 85.
Physically.
Now Jones is called with the extra steps.
And good defense by Maryland. I mean, they were able to get there and crowd Jones. And this is a Maryland team that would normally press a little bit more, probably show more pressure. But again, with low numbers and a shorter rotation, you have to worry about fatigue and try to manage minutes. And there's a lot that Brenda Freese is having to think through right now.
12 points is the difference in this one right now. McLean gets it off the handoff.
One of the joys of coming back to your home state more as a visitor is learning about all the things you had no idea about when you lived here. Like, for instance, this man right here, I've come to make a pilgrimage of sorts because this is Ralph Baer. And he settled in Manchester, New Hampshire. He was a Jewish immigrant, and he moved here to escape Nazi Germany. And he had an idea, an invention that would go on to fundamentally change the entire world. He believed that you could interact with your television playing games. And so he invented the very first handheld console. He is the father of video games. And you just don't know how much you changed my life. All of the fights that I got in with my mom because I was spending way too much time playing on the television. And then now I'm fighting with my kids too. So we'll talk about that a little later. But anyway, he clearly changed the world.
Ralph Baer's story and thousands of others can be explored within these massive historic brick buildings.
There comes a time, babes, when you do things you've never done, when you say things you've never said. And so, for the first time ever, I said those magic words. It's shit time. Uh-oh. No more Mr. Nice Guys. Hey, these aren't my streamers. They must be his. Yeah! Beautiful streamers, they come to me. We thought it over. You guys would make a much better king and queen. So here comes your crowd! You could say I brought the house down.
That was a great ride. Can we do it again?
Magnifique, Beetlejuice. Quite frankly, son, I've always found these problems a little dull. This isn't half bad.
Well, Ariel's having a ball.
For the lead, Butker from 35, dead center. Now 11 for 11 in his career in the postseason in the fourth quarter or overtime. That is called clutch.
Clutch. He's got that clutch gene. Mahomes has that clutch gene. Josh Allen has showed up in the playoffs over and over again. Even when they lose, he still Played great games, but no bigger moment than this one coming up for Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's got a chance now as they hold him to a field goal to maybe go down and win this thing with a touchdown. They can work the clock at the same time. Yes, memories, shades of this. And there's that 13. Gabe Davis.
13-second game.
Yeah, 13 seconds, and that was the pass to Travis to set up the kick by Kelsey to send it to overtime. And in the OT, this is the game that changed the playoff overtime rules. Remember, we were howling about it because when Josh Allen last touched the football with 13 seconds left, he had just thrown the touchdown to give them the lead. He never saw the football again. But nonetheless, Chiefs went on to win at 42-36 in overtime.
Pays much more than China, even though the U.S. has a smaller population. He said he may reconsider withdrawing from the WHO if U.S. dues are lowered to China's level. He also said he will ask Saudi Arabia to expand investment.
Saudi Arabia just said that they're going to invest at least $600 billion. This is because of the election, by the way. And I believe they'll make it $1 trillion. I'm going to ask them to make it $1 trillion.
Trump addressed the World Economic Forum on Thursday in Davos, Switzerland. He said he would ask Saudi Arabia and other OPEC members to lower crude oil prices. U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson said on Saturday that he invited Trump to address a joint session of Congress on March 4th. Attention is focused on the new administration's next moves as Trump continues to reverse the policies of his predecessor, Joe Biden.
And now, our #1 hotshot. If the ball launcher was a living being, it would be celebrating this once-in-a-lifetime shot as well. That's our show. Thank you so much for laughing at our list. We'll see you next time.
Nail it, baby. Hit it hard. Go. No, not to get the ball. First base. Did he really?
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's Chalamet singing Dylan's Outlaw Blues. What'd you guys think?
Listen, I thought he was great, and he chose songs that he wanted to sing.
That's right.
That were his favorite Dylan songs.
Tomorrow's a Long Time, which is actually one of my favorite songs because not only did Bob Dylan write it, Elvis Presley covered it.
I'm fascinated by all things Bob Dylan.
Awesome.
Yeah, me too, me too. Ahead, we'll be right back with Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
From Bethesda, Maryland, and she told me she was looking forward to this chance to play in front of her family and friends for a long time. You talked about how many people she had in attendance, probably close to 200, she thought. And when she said that number, Lauren Betts was standing next to her and was visibly surprised by how large it was, but said the East Coast players are so far from home, and it's awesome to get to see them play in front of their loved ones.
No, great stuff, Caroline. I mean, you know, she plays at UCLA. This is the one opportunity she's going to get.
And probably didn't know that at the time when she committed because conference realignment shifted the schedule.
Okay, Rice now creating for others. Dudley on the board. Her former high school teammate that she now plays college basketball with.
Sidwell Friends is in the building.
UCLA doing what it does. Rough week on the road. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, fun. Yikes. The leaky refrigerator coil card. Is that bad?
Death!
Death? Of an AC fan motor.
Oh, no.
But your future is bright with an American Home Shield warranty to protect your covered appliances and home systems. Are there bees behind me?
My bees escaped.
Bill, we talked about this. American Home Shield. Don't worry, bee warranty.
under President Trump's new emergency order, many foresee a fresh start.
It opens up that funding line. It opens up opportunity, innovation, creativity to complete the wall, the physical barrier, which does work.
For more on our coverage of illegal immigration and other Full Measure stories, you can look up my podcast, Full Measure After Hours. For Full Measure, I'm Cheryl Atkinson.
Full Measure airs tonight here after Como News at 11. Trump has almost completed week one of his second term. For the first time in United States history, military aircraft were used to deport scores of undocumented migrants. Colombia's foreign ministry says 2 U.S. military aircrafts carrying 160 people were blocked from landing in Colombia today. It is estimated that more than 11 million undocumented immigrants are currently living in the U.S. Trump's border czar said every undocumented immigrant could be arrested any time, even without a criminal record.
If you're in the country illegally, you're on the table, because it's not okay to, violate laws of this country. And that's why I'm hoping those who are in the country illegally, who have not been ordered removed by the federal judge, should leave.
My name is William Shakespeare. You know, there's a real danger that I may be neglected on American campuses. As inflation forces colleges to spend millions of extra dollars on maintenance and heating, there may be less and less money for science and literature. So, please be generous. The money you give may decide whether I am to be or not to be.
Sis, I'm turning into a mom.
The sweater vest.
No, my super soft skin. See?
Jergens Original Cherry Almond Lotion. Smooth.
Mom will be so proud. You're like one big baby butt.
And try Shea plus Cocoa Butter Moisturizer. Jergens.
Inami has won the esteemed Double Gold Award twice at the world's top marmalade-making competition, held in the UK. His marmalade wowed the judges with its clear, jewel-like beauty and distinctive taste and flavor. He has an unconventional background, having worked as a system engineer for an automaker. What inspired him to start making marmalade? We ask him about his journey so far and the secrets of world-class artisanal citrus preserves.
マーマレードね、まずマーマレードって僕にとっては先生っていうのがいないし、逆に先生に教わろうっていう気もなかったし、私システムエンジニアなんで、そもそも開発部隊でないものを作る、新しいものをやるっていうとこなんで、自分なりに失敗こいてはもう一回作ってっていうのはひたすら繰り返してたんで、それが実った時には誰もできないものになってる、唯一無二になるんですよ。
Queen Elizabeth II famously loved marmalade.
Disabilities actually make us capable and more of who we are supposed to be in this world, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So we celebrate that.
Right.
That's why one of our favorite projects is performing at elementary schools, because we believe that if we can educate kids from a young age, yes, kids would grow up in a very different way. Fahim played a very integral part in our youth programs.
Y'all ready? You want some Dan? Yeah.
Shaheem is on a teaching mission.
Watch.
He's teaching a lot of deaf people.
One.
Shaheem is like a really good dancer. I like the way he moves. I was looking through his Instagram and I just liked how he was very confident.
How did you get so stuck? I don't know. I was just sticking my fin into the weeds because they were so squishy and slimy. I think we got it! Woohoo! I'm free! was free, but so was something else. Something that had been trapped under the weeds for a long, long time. Slime balls! They're jellyfish. Want to squish them? No! You can't touch jellyfish because they'll sting you. It stung me! Ow! I tried to tell you. Jellyfish have venom in their tentacles, and if you touch them, they sting. We better leave them alone. But they're so squishy and slimy.
Ricky Roussel, who's the Emerald Lagasse of edible rodents.
Oh my gosh, look at that. I'll be honest, I'd rather eat the butthole out of a skunk than eat something like that.
So you just throw in some onions, some spices, a little beard, and, well, put anything else in there in the kitchen that'll hide the flavor. And you got yourself some invader stew. Boy, this looks delicious.
You smell something? Yeah, I smell a rat cooking an onions. That's what I smell right now.
That's the truck. I think it's coastal environment. I'm gonna finish this up, come back in 20 minutes,
okay,
and we're gonna have a meal.
Okay.
We'll sit by and enjoy.
I'll have some, but I've really got to get in the right frame of mind.
Give me 20 minutes.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll give you till Tuesday. Hey, what's going on?
Now, just outside is the trailer for coastal environment.
When twins get older, things get twice as silly. I would think this was a mirror. If they weren't wearing different shirts and they didn't fall awkwardly on each other. Man, it looks like it's way past nap time. And I'm talking way, 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 way past nap time. Sometimes two is not better than one.
Oh, I got one for funny home videos. What are you gonna do? Oh, we didn't win, but my team is still kicking down doors.
You guys having fun yet?
Dude, that was rad. And you beat Gravedigger. Oh, there he is. What's up, man?
I ain't afraid of blowing up motors.
Good job, man.
Thanks, man.
Good job. I think we got you, but we're both out. I didn't want you to get hurt or anything. I just wanted you to crash.
We'll probably see that here shortly.
Good luck, brother. Next time.
Man. Yes, sir.
All the trucks still have one more place to shine. We'll see you in the freestyle.
Are you ready, Arlington, for more freestyle?
Today on Judge Mom.
You were here because he canceled your dream vacation.
Yes.
When he found out that your son Jacob was coming on this trip.
Why was I not notified?
This is not the first time she's forced the kid into our lives.
It's her son. It's her child.
She changes everything. She complains about everything.
Mr.
Like
Smith, shut up.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Sandy presiding. Your Honor, this case is Porter versus Smith.
Thank you, Bailiff Delgado. Ms. Porter, You're here today because you're suing your ex-boyfriend for $20,000. You claim he canceled your dream vacation behind your back, and now you want an apology and you want to be reimbursed. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Very well. You say you've done nothing wrong, and she is not entitled to collect a single cent from you. Is that correct?
100%, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Porter, tell me how you got into my courtroom today.
Well, Your Honor, I am suing Sebastian, my so-called boyfriend, of a past relationship for 1.5 years, because he canceled, as you mentioned, our dream vacation to Europe.
It will move off, but as Trevor said, that doesn't end the mudslide threat, and then it will get into Arizona. You guys know Phoenix could break this week their longest stretch without measurable rain if they don't get it today or tomorrow at 160 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, big deal.
What a stretch. Okay, Ginger, thank you. We go overseas now to the Middle East and the ceasefire in Gaza holding after concerns over the weekend that it could fall apart and remarks by President Trump saying he wants to, quote, clean out Gaza. Our foreign correspondent, Britt Clennett, has more.
This morning, tens of thousands of displaced Palestinians finally making their way back to what's left of northern Gaza. After the fragile ceasefire nearly came undone over the weekend. Israeli forces initially blocking Gazans from heading north after accusing Hamas of breaking the terms of the truce, saying they did not release a female Israeli hostage.
In dysfunctional.
I say we all get a family tattoo.
Yes, something that represents who we are.
There's a sinking ship. Does it get more Connor now?
The Connors. Weekdays at 4 on Seattle 11.
During the World Cup and the Olympics and the 250th anniversary.
Yes, I'm also going to be in office for Wicked 2. No spoilers, please. I hope that witch Alphabet wins the Quidditch game. The wizard only offered her that job because of green DEI, which is why she became wicked and chose to defy gravity, which was bad news for all the people of Narnia. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't kick that white queen out of bed for eating Turkish delight, if you know what I mean. There's no place like home.
Trump also caught heat earlier in the week for his threats to non-consensually acquire Greenland. This past week at a press conference in the capital city of Nuuk, great place for breakfast, by the way, their prime minister said unequivocally, "We do not want to be Americans." Okay, we get it. We're not perfect. We've got some income inequality. We've got gun violence, bad health care, but we also have something called the Pop-Tarts Bowl, where an anthropomorphized Pop-Tart gets toasted to death for our amusement. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Studzilla, however, shows off his wares, and one of the Ridge Rider greats uncustomarily tastes defeat.
Yeah, normally a guy that they can depend on to get the whistle right here, and has just a rough out right here. Bull gets him into his hand, and you know that's one that they really needed right there for Arizona.
We're within the closing moments of this Wild Riders rivalry, and it truly is living up to its name, because it's going to get wild by the time it is all said and done. Keyshawn Whitehorse has become Arizona's ace, and they need him to perform a walk-off win. He'll try to do just that.